and welcome to the first ever episode of Deathmatch. If you guys have been watching previously on our Super Basement Bro Show podcast, we do a segment, usually around the end, once in a while, called Deathmatch, where we pinpoint, or we set up, I guess, two different things against each other, and we have to pick just one. We all have to come to an agreement, or at least this is a democracy, so 2 out of 1. Yeah, by the way, it's joined here by Tanner and Hasten, as
It's
usual.
also perfect that we're starting Deathmatch, and it's not even 1 versus 1. It's 23 versus 23.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so Hasten just set it up there for you guys. We're actually going to, I mean, I guess you saw by the thumbnail, I'm assuming, if you actually clicked on this video. But it's we are ranking the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe. So 23 films now. It just concluded with Spider-Man Far From Home. We're going to push it upon ourselves to all come to an agreement and rank every single movie. Now, here's the catch, though. We don't necessarily have to all agree. It's just by overall. It's the what's the
majority
consensus?
rules?
Yeah, general consensus. It's the 2 out of 1. If 2 people vote it for something, that's where it'll go. If we have a disagreement where we all disagree and it's all in different positions, it'll go to the person who has it in the middle of all those other people. So if Tanner thinks Endgame should be placed number 4 overall, I think it should be 6. Hasten thinks it should be 10. It'll go number 6 because I'm in the middle there.
Oof, that'd be bad.
Yeah. Yeah, spoilers, I don't think Endgame will go that low. But we'll see. Who knows? There's going to be some surprises here. And we're excited for you guys to join us on this. We want to get your guys' feedback on this show. This is our first episode for Deathmatch. We're kind of doing its own spin-off show for it because we've discovered in our past episodes our Deathmatch segments go for like an hour.
And nobody watches them because they're at the end.
And they're always at the end. So we thought it might be fun to just do one singular one. And you guys can see how it works.
Since we're starting one, you guys should go check out the other ones on the end of some of our episodes. I think it's most of the episodes, especially towards the beginning. We do a lot of these.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's we've done stuff like Disney versus Nintendo as one. And the idea when we do just 1 versus 1 is that we're pretending in our minds that the other one gets erased from existence.
Right.
So that's
now
what
this
makes it extra
this
hard.
one is not the case though.
Yeah.
This one's more of like a rake.
This one's more of just a debate on where we want to rank them all. And there's going to be a few like this, but we thought this would be a good start to this show to give you guys an idea, ease you in. But yeah, like Tanner said, you can check them out at the end of all the other episodes. Not all of them, but there's a handful.
Yeah.
We also have Office versus Parks and Rec was a big one.
Office for Parks and Rec, yeah.
And that's
we did Coke versus Pepsi.
Oh, we did do Coke versus Pepsi.
Which was rough.
That one, that
was harder than you guys thought it was going to
be. It was.
Because there was a lot of both that I liked.
But it surprised me. I thought it was for sure going to be Coke. It came out pretty close, though.
This one might be a little different. It would be really hard, but for me, a couple of them I haven't seen since they came out, so...
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to rank.
Now, I think all of us have seen most of it. Like, I have seen all of them.
I've seen all of them.
And so besides Thor Ragnarok.
That's crazy. We've talked about this before on this show.
If you be like, Thor Ragnarok's 23. And you haven't seen it.
I think it's so funny. We've seen like all of them, but the one Tanner hasn't seen is maybe like top 3.
Yeah.
Top 3?
Oh, yeah. I mean, for me personally, I guess.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll save it for it. But Tanner, do you want to pimp out social media real
fast?
Yeah,
guys, go check us out on Instagram at Super Basement Bros and Twitter at Super Bros Videos. We post every time we upload. We also post when we're like streaming or anything, so super fun. Go get us a follow, Try to get to 100 followers. Yeah.
And if you guys didn't know, our flagship show is called the Super Basement Bro Show. It's all the episodes we've done before this. We talk about everything. 26, yeah. E3 really pushed us up.
This one will be 27.
Wait, is that without Smashcast?
Yeah, that's without Smashcast.
Dang!
So with Smashcast, we're at like 33 episodes.
Let's go. I was thinking, I'm like, not all of them are.
Yeah,
it's normal flagship.
If you guys didn't know, we are a podcast dedicated to celebrating the world of entertainment. So we love movies, video games, theme parks, pop culture, all that jazz. So if you're a fan of that stuff, stick to the Super Basement Bros channel, and also you can find us on all your favorite podcast services. That's where we recommend listening to us. Like, I know a lot of people tend to click on the YouTube video and think they have to watch an entire podcast that's 2 hours. Please don't do that to yourself if you don't have to. Like, listen to us on podcast services like Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes,
Apple Podcasts.
Apple Podcasts, yeah.
If you search Apple Music, you won't find anything.
Oh, really? Is it Apple
It's Apple Podcasts.
Maybe our jingle.
It's a specific app.
Okay, gotcha. That makes more sense. Because I've tried looking on Apple Music. I'm like, where the heck are
It's
we?
all on the podcast app.
That makes sense. I'm an idiot. I don't even know where our own stuff is.
Look it up on the iPhone.
Yep.
Just the settings. Super Basement Bros come up.
But yeah, let us know how you guys think this episode goes and how you think it should be run in the future with the deathmatch stuff. We always appreciate your guys' feedback. And leave in the comments where you think the MCU movie should be ranked. But without further ado, should we get into this, guys?
23.
Let's do it.
I also want us to come up with a good jingle for deathmatch. We have like the beginning, we're just like deathmatch. But we'll
figure something out.
We'll figure something out. Yeah, just go alley.
Fight!
So let's go ahead and start. I say we go from the top because I think starting number one would be easier.
No.
I think
we should do 23.
We start low
Work our
because
way down.
Really?
I'll start forgetting when we.
But the thing is like I feel like it's easier for me to remember the ones that are really good, and we can go descending. Like the ones we were talking about this a little bit before the show, but I feel like most the MCU movies are at least good, like if not okay. Like there's only a couple bad ones.
That's why we should start from the top though, because our top ones are going to be quick, and then we're going to get to the.
I don't know.
You want to start with number one?
No, I want to start with 23. I mean 23.
I feel like there's more good ones than bad though, but we can start.
I don't know. I disagree. I think there's actually more decent ones than there are really good ones.
Well, yeah, but that's what I mean.
Because like most of them to me are just kind of like meh.
But that's what I mean. Is like how many would you say are bad though?
Like
5.
Yeah, exactly. There's only like a couple that I think I would be like, that's bad.
True. Okay.
Other than that, though.
I want to start with 23, though. I think we should start with 23.
Let's do it then.
Okay.
All right.
Majority rules.
Yep. Starting at 23, I'll go ahead and show. I'll throw out what I think is the 23rd worst. I'm going Thor: The Dark World.
I have Thor: The Dark World as
Thor:
well.
The Dark World.
Okay.
We agree.
So we all
totally
agree.
fine.
All right.
I
Wow.
think that's okay.
I thought that was easier than I expected. I thought I was going to have to make a case for it.
Here's the thing. Thor: The Dark World, I rewatched it. It's not terrible.
And that's what I'm saying, right?
It is bad though. Because the only reason is one of the big reasons is the freaking villain is so
forgettable. It's Malekith. I don't know how I remember his name because he's so forgettable, but I can just picture his stupid elf face with the word Malekith.
Well, and granted, it's so dark too. Mm-hmm. Like I love the new Marvel movies with all the color and stuff.
Yeah,
Thor: Dark World
is trying too hard,
and not even like dark, like bad, like dark, like the whole movie is like dark.
It's just like
it looks
grays.
like it's dimmed. Yeah. And like I do know,
like Batman vs Superman.
Yeah,
it felt very. It's weird because it was in. I think it came out 2013. I want to say. And so it was at that weird middle spot
when Disney was acquiring.
When they were still, I think they were still kind of deciding what the like view of Thor would be and like how Thor's world would look, because Thor Ragnarok, as we've talked about, really establishes what Thor should be. I feel like
as far as movies go.
Yeah, but then I feel like the first two Thors were kind of in this weird place where they're like, I don't really know how we handle this character, because
like he's funny, but like he's also very dark.
He's super
has a
serious.
very sad backstory.
Thor is very like medieval in the first two. He another beer, like he talks like a Viking or something. Like he's not very
human.
Exactly. Which leads me to my next case where I think 22 is Thor.
I have 22 as Thor as well.
Well, with Thor: The Dark World, the reason why I don't think it's terrible is because it does introduce the Red Infinity Stone as the ether. So I think that's a big proponent as like, because I personally, if I did agree with you on Dark World, but I personally thought Thor 1 was worse. I think Thor 1 would be 23, but
I could see it could go either way for me.
It's hard to argue because they're very similarly bad. Because like you just said, they were really struggling with the first two Thors to figure out who Thor was, and not even just who Thor was, the feel of the movie. It felt like it was trying to be an Iron Man with him being like the sole hero and being this great guy, which Thor works together with a lot of people. He works with all the Asgardians. He works with Hulk and Loki and all these people.
This is why you need to see Thor Ragnarok.
Oh, I know. The truth is I've seen probably about half of it by now, like throughout different scenes and watching some of it like at hotels and stuff. Mm-hmm. And I know he works with like Hulk and he works with Loki, but like I don't know. They were really struggling really hard with Thor's identity, I guess. Yeah. Even into Avengers 1. Honestly.
Yeah, they did. Thor really became his own, I'd say, with Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Like, that's when he...
Yeah.
Well, I feel like short-haired Chris Hemsworth is like
Good.
That's when he's like great Thor. That's my favorite.
They were
Thor.
almost before trying too hard to make him the comic Thor.
Yeah,
he was
way
Viking
more
Asgardian
serious.
with the long hair.
Exactly.
Perfect man, yeah.
Which I made a mistake. Because I just remembered. This is the problem with going in descending order. I just forgot. I actually think there's one worse than Thor Dark World.
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
No, for me, it's actually The Incredible Hulk.
I have Hulk as 21.
Oh, are we counting that then? That's
Yeah,
not
we
that's
are.
MCU though.
It is
Yeah,
the MCU.
it is.
It's
in
official.
I guess
MCU.
because Robert Downey Jr. is in it.
Yeah, it's official MCU, but it's one of those weird ones where Edward Norton plays Hulk, so it's not even the same Hulk that we've come to know. So I personally put that one at the bottom because it's the most un-MCU one out of all of them, if that makes sense. Like, it feels like it doesn't fit in this universe.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying
So
to...
I'm actually...
I can't put Hulk last. He's my favorite superhero.
I know he's your favorite, but, like, making a case for it, though, it's like...
Okay, well, yeah.
Mark Ruffalo's Hulk and, like, him in Thor Ragnarok is so much better than the Hulk.
Yeah, if we are considering the Incredible Hulk is the worst.
Okay.
It has no place in the MCU. It has not the same feel.
That's how I
I actually don't think it's a bad movie. Like, if I've watched it, it's actually pretty, like, scary, and it's got a cool villain as Abomination and stuff, but, like, I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't feel like an MCU. It feels like a DC movie.
Once again, I'll say this again, like, even these ones at the bottom here, I don't consider them, like, utter trash. They're just not that great.
They're not
like,
Marvel standard.
Exactly.
It's not like, if I was telling somebody to get into the Marvel movies,
I wouldn't recommend, go watch The Incredible Hulk.
I would almost tell them to skip those ones. Like,
Yeah,
skip
like,
those
you'd
ones
probably
and
be
watch the
fine
rest.
not watching those.
Watch them after you've
I would
watched
say start with Iron Man.
Yeah, I mean, for sure.
Right there.
And go through the Iron Man movies. Those ones are all, I mean, I guess we'll get to it. But
I can't find a freaking
so do
list
you
of
vote,
movies.
Do you vote Incredible Hulk the last one?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I do too.
I can't find a list.
Majority rules, sorry. So 23, we have Incredible Hulk. 22, you can't find a list?
I can't find it, like, okay, I found one.
So 22, and if you need to look on this screen, you can.
You can go to
I got all
IMDb.
the posters here, Tanner. So, Thor Dark World, we have 22. Do we all vote 21 to be Thor?
Thor, well, let me look.
Because that's what I vote.
Because I agree. Because Thor 1, do Thor 1. Especially with, like, the villain. The villain in Thor 1 is supposed to be Thor himself. But it's the big silver.
Well, Loki's the villain of Thor
Loki.
1.
Well, but not really. I feel like Thor's his own villain in his first one. Because it's him fighting against himself.
Well, he's coming to, like...
Yeah.
Earth for the first time, too.
Yeah, he's trying to discover who he is. I don't know.
All right. You guys ready for 20? I'm going to...
Hason's going to throw something awful out here. It's not going to happen.
I have Iron Man 3 is...
Oh, that's actually
I thought you were
not
going to
bad.
say Black Panther.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like, you're an idiot.
Yeah, I was like, no.
Panther.
Iron Man 3, really?
I
don't think
I don't
that
agree
low.
with it being 20, but I do think it's down.
It's one of the 5 that or one of the 6 of the Marvel movies I don't really care about.
I don't know. I think Iron Man 2 would be a little worse
I
than
think so
3.
too.
I liked Iron Man 2 a lot more.
It is cool, but have you rewatched 3? Because 3's got really cool.
I've watched
like
it.
Mandarin and I do admit.
But the thing is, a lot of people
Guy
didn't.
Ritchie.
A lot of people didn't like. You mean Guy Pearce? Yeah, I was like,
Guy Ritchie.
He's a director.
He came out.
Yeah, but that's the thing is like a lot of people didn't like the Mandarin stuff in that 3. I personally was okay with it, but
Is the Iron Man? Is he the one with the whips?
no, that's Iron Man 2.
That's the one I like.
Yeah.
The 3 is the one where he builds all the suits, right?
Yes,
I hated
and
that
at the
one.
very it's like set around Christmas.
Yeah.
Shane Black directed it, and it's Ben Kingsley plays Mandarin. Remember, he's like, "Here is another lesson."
Yeah, I did not like that.
But the
one.
reason I like 3 so much is because it's Tony Stark struggling with like PTSD.
Yeah.
From Avengers. And remember, he's terrified all the time, and he's in like this town with the boy and stuff, and he's trying to get Iron Man out of him. It's like killing him. You know?
Yeah, this one's tough for me. This is where things start to get a little interesting.
And
I
will say
those last 3 were easy, but
contrary to popular belief, Iron Man 2 is really good.
I like it too.
I think it gets really bad rap
Same.
because it's a really good movie.
I think we're all in agreement on that. Which is cool.
because like I do admit the main bad guy sucked.
Whiplash?
No, Whiplash wasn't the main one though.
Who's the main?
Remember,
bad
it was
guy?
the guy controlling Whiplash. Rocket.
Oh no, he was awesome. That's Sam Rockwell.
I hated him.
He's cool. Yeah,
I did not like him.
What's his name?
In the movie.
I
like
can't remember his
Rocket
name. His name's Sam Rockwell in real life.
Yeah.
But he's freaking awesome. I love how he's just like, "Hey Tony," like he's just a total like.
I don't know.
douchebag.
Yeah.
I think because his reasoning behind it made no sense. Like it was like that he always wanted to be better than
The
Tom
Hammer
Brady.
Industries.
Hammer Industries, thank you.
That's huge. Justin Hammer.
Oh yeah,
Justin
That's
Hammer.
huge
Thank
in the comics.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
that's
then
Tony's
I feel like
rival.
that's the one thing that I would complain about because I think that's just bad.
See, I love
is they
that,
didn't make
actually.
it obvious why he was in the show. You know.
Well, so Hasten's vote goes to Iron Man 3 for 20. I'm going to throw out my vote. And it's kind of tough for me because there's a couple options I have here. I'm either going to say Captain America, the First Avenger, or Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Okay, I don't agree with Captain America: The First Avenger because I actually think Captain America: The First Avenger is one of the better Captain.
I have
America.
Captain America: First Avenger next on my list. Next down. On my
Well,
list.
okay, we have to also take away bias because I don't think you guys have seen it recently.
Well, yeah,
Gracie,
I have seen it.
My girlfriend had never seen it, so I watched it for the first time like 2 weeks ago. It's really good with Red Skull.
Here's the thing. Once again, I know that's the problem. Is like a lot of these are good, but it's like
I feel like
there's
Ant-Man
so
and the
much-
Wasp I would agree with you on this one because Ant-Man and the Wasp wasn't bad, but it was nothing to gloat.
It was just
about.
kind
It
of
was kind of it was a filler movie.
Yeah.
Okay. The only thing that we needed to know was at the end about the
okay.
quantum realm.
Oh, I need to shout this out right away, just in case if you're here and you haven't seen
Spoilers
these
alert.
Spoilers for every single
Obviously.
MCU movie.
Obviously, if
we're
you're
gonna
watching this list, you're an
yeah,
idiot.
we're going into every movie in depth with spoilers. So please, if you haven't seen some of these movies, just stick away. I mean, you're probably fine with most of them, but if you haven't seen like Endgame, don't watch this just yet.
you got a solid hour and a half. You could listen to this though.
Yeah, exactly.
But like I said, like I don't know, Ant-Man and the Wasp. I thought the villain was a cool idea, the girl, but I don't know. She didn't
So
care
your
for
20
her.
is Ant-Man and Wasp.
Yeah.
I think I'll do that too. I mean, I can go either way with Captain America: First Avenger or Ant-Man and the Wasp. But if Tanner wants to make a case for First Avenger,
What were you thinking? Where were you thinking that would be?
Ant-Man and the
Where?
Wasp.
Ant-Man and Wasp. I have Ant-Man and Ant-Man and Wasp at 17 and 16.
Oh, so coming up.
Okay,
too
so
far.
soon.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with Ant-Man and the Wasp as that one.
I do too. So I mean, that kind of hurts me because
It does because it's a good movie.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, and it's
That's
newer,
why I put it in the middle.
and it's
right there,
newer.
'cause I was
It's
like,
hard to because it's newer. You're kind
But like you said, spoilers. The biggest thing we needed to know in that movie
The very
is
end.
Ant-Man getting stuck in the quantum realm.
Yep.
Like that was the most important thing. Otherwise, that movie didn't need to happen.
Well, and I think the whole storyline of them trying to find the mom was just really weak. It was a really weak storyline. We didn't even see this mom later on in the universe.
Yeah, she's just kind of
I
mean,
I'm
there's
gonna
only
find
been
my
one
realm.
other movie,
It was
but-
an excuse to introduce the quantum realm because they had to find a reason why they wanted to go to the quantum realm.
Yeah, which I will say the best part of this movie is, or the best thing to happen because of this movie is Ant-Man being like a main character in Endgame because I freaking love Ant-Man as a character.
Yeah.
Like Paul Rudd is hilarious.
I also liked
But his stories suck.
Yeah,
Morpheus being in it.
Morpheus is cool. Yeah,
It was cool. I think
Lawrence
his
Fishburne.
his story was actually really cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so next up
19.
then.
I have Captain America: First Avenger.
I'll put it there too.
I cannot agree with that because Winter Soldier, in my opinion, is so much worse.
Winter Soldier's next. on
Winter
mine.
Soldier is so much worse to you?
Yeah.
What?
I have Winter Soldier at 18.
No, guys, no. You can't do that. You guys need to
I hated the only Captain America I kind of liked was with the other character. I do not find Captain America intriguing at all.
Dude, Winter Soldier is one of the best MCU movies because it's like a total spy action thriller. It's totally different in the sense that like Captain America's gone like rogue. Because remember, like that's when you find out Shield this entire time, the entire MCU has been bad. Remember, and like Samuel L. Jackson's like, what the heck? And like Shield is like Hydra, and then there's
I just remember
there's
watching
all
it
the
in
Hell
theaters and I was
Hydra
like, this
memes.
is boring. Like,
Oh,
I do not enjoy this.
I loved Winter Soldier. I mean, it's not in my top 5, but it's like it would be in probably my top 10. So that surprises me. Wow, we'll get to that, I guess.
So what was your 19 there? First
Sorry,
Avenger?
I just got texted by my boss. But yeah, I chose Winter Soldier because look, the first Avengers, Captain America, I think is so much better. Because you've got Red Skull, and it introduces Captain America, which his whole storyline, I think, is one of the cooler Avengers. Like, with him, like, being young, and then getting frozen, and getting big, and with Peggy and everything.
I mean, I 100%.
The reason why is because
disagree,
Winter Soldier 2, I don't know, like, it's so forgettable to me. Like, besides the Winter Soldier
But
being
did you not hear what I was just saying? With, like, the Shield
and
that's awesome.
We're still working on 19, though, which we're saying is First Avenger.
Okay, yeah.
But what I
agree
mean
with
is, like, that should have been something so much bigger. like the Shield being Hydra, that shouldn't have been an Avengers level.
But that's the thing. That's what was so cool is it was an Avengers level threat in a Captain America.
But that's what I mean. So for me, that made it forgettable because it was almost passed by so quickly because it should have been this huge invasion of like, oh my gosh, they're taking over everything, especially even the Avengers. Nope. It was like they took care of it in one movie.
But that's what I thought was so interesting but no, it had ramifications throughout the entire MCU because even like the TV show Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. completely changed after that. Literally the next episode, they had to deal with like the downfall of S.H.I.E.L.D. and like S.H.I.E.L.D. didn't exist anymore and people who worked for S.H.I.E.L.D. were bad. Like, and then imagine at the very beginning of the MCU how big S.H.I.E.L.D. was. All the movies we've seen with them. And then to find out just randomly in the middle of the MCU, all of a sudden, the entire time they've been bad. They're Hydra. And then now, like, we don't even talk about S.H.I.E.L.D. anymore. S.H.I.E.L.D. doesn't exist. It's like they are bad. They're associated with Hydra, which is so cool, I think.
Yeah. I don't know. Because, like, who's even the bad guy?
In Winter Soldier, yeah.
But not really, because it was Bucky. And
yeah.
At the end,
but he is the bad guy for that movie.
You know?
Because there's, like...
Who is even controlling Bucky again?
It's Hydra.
Hydra was controlling
the Hydra
organization.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because remember they have the whole like
one
because in First Avenger, remember he goes under or whatever, he becomes like a super soldier too, just like Captain America. And remember there's like the whole like homecoming, like they're saying the words to him to like make him go into Winter Soldier mode. But
I don't know. I guess you get majority rules. So First Avenger would be.
Well, I'm
next.
First Avenger is 19.
I'm
18. I have Winter Soldier though.
I do not have Winter Soldier. Next for me would be like Ant-Man.
At 18?
Yeah.
So after I have 17 as Ant-Man.
I think Ant-Man is definitely lower.
No, I agree with Hasten on Winter Soldier because, like I said,
you think Ant-Man is better? Movie
yeah,
than Winter Soldier?
No, I hadn't seen Ant-Man 1.
Ant-Man
I literally hadn't.
Gosh,
I watched Ant-Man. I watched Ant-Man and the Wasp first before I watched the first Ant-Man. I watched the first Ant-Man like I said, like 2 weeks ago. It's good. It's good. It is good. It's a better Marvel movie.
No.
Yes, it is.
Not than Winter Soldier.
Yes, than Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier is so forgettable.
You guys are in such a minority on that one. I can tell you that much. You look at any
it's fine,
MCU
but it's our
list.
like.
No, I know.
Our list,
I know. I agree.
so,
That's what's going to be fun about it. I just
because I don't care about it. Like I don't care about.
No, I
like
don't.
Even when
I can't care about it.
Spoilers. When Endgame happened and freaking he gets old and I'm just like, all right, I guess that's fine.
No, and here's the thing. Like
care.
I said,
I don't care.
The consequences. It didn't feel scary during the movie. I wasn't like, oh my gosh, Shield is Hydra, because there was no threat. There was like one scene in the elevator where there's like all the Shield guys, but otherwise he was just sailing high. He's like totally good.
No, he
pulls the helicopter.
Don't you remember? That's Civil War. Don't you remember that there was the whole scene with him and Black Widow? And Black Widow, they're undercover. They have to like hide from the... like Americans think that Captain America's gone rogue. They think he was like the leader of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Well,
it's just...
I know that, but like what I mean is like they got that finished and done with in the movie. You know, it wasn't like something that everyone kept mentioning throughout the series. Like, oh, S.H.I.E.L.D. doesn't exist. They're Hydra.
No,
we don't
it
like
did.
S.H.I.E.L.D.
They did.
What
I think you're forgetting. Like, Age of Ultron, they talk about that.
But I mean, it wasn't like a big proponent of the Marvel Universe. Like,
I disagree.
Like, it could have.
Well, then what was the big proponent of Captain America: The First Avenger that stayed throughout the MCU, or better yet, Ant-Man?
No, because
like what happened in Ant-Man that was so important.
Captain America,
nothing.
Are you talking about Captain America or Ant-Man?
Both.
Okay, well, Ant-Man, first of all...
Because Winter Soldier, I think, is better than both. You don't.
I know. Well, the reason why is because Ant-Man, first of all, is a really funny movie. Because Winter Soldier has not a lot...
Doesn't make it better, though.
Funny. I know. But it also...
It does in my mind.
Yeah.
And it's like, definitely, comedy makes a movie way better than if it's just a depressing...
For you, though.
Like, and most Marvel movies are comedic.
Yeah.
And Winter Soldier probably has the least comedy.
Sure, but not least. I wouldn't say least overall.
But
I mean, maybe it's lower on the scale, but like it has more.
But
comedy
Ant-Man has
like
a lot of comedy. It introduces Ant-Man, and I think the whole storyline of his backstory and everything is so much better and well explained. The storyline and the threat, you know. I feel like
I just think you guys are forgetting the importance of Winter Soldier in the grand scheme of things, because not only did it introduce...
I'm not looking for...
I'm not looking for a better movie.
But think about this. Russo brothers directed Winter Soldier. It was their debut. If they had not directed that, they would not be the directors.
But we can't look at importance.
Yeah, I'm not looking at importance.
No, you can't take it importance. This is Deathmatch. We can make a case for anything.
Then we would have to put Dark World up higher, because that
Dark World is not important at all.
It introduced the Red Infinity Stone.
No, but
without it, there would be no Red Infinity.
So a bunch of you don't have to introduce the Infinity.
But that's what I'm saying. That's importance.
I don't know.
Without the first 2 Thor movies, Thor wouldn't exist in the MCU.
Yeah, but I disagree with that. I think
that's what you're saying. Though.
No, because I'm saying story-wise.
You're saying the Russo brothers wouldn't have directed it.
I know that something cataclysmic happens. In
it didn't.
Captain America.
It didn't.
Shield, yes, Shield was literally the answer.
But like I said, it didn't have ramifications.
Shield. Here's
they
the thing.
could have not mentioned it in any of the movies, and it wouldn't have mattered.
I disagree. Shield was totally like the MacGuffin to get out of situations. They're like, what do? Call Shield. Nick Fury shows up with 1,000 people who work for Shield.
But
now they can't do
where
that.
the whole scheme of things went with Endgame, right?
Mm-hmm.
How was Shield affected?
Not at all. They didn't.
Because Thanos was the big guy.
Yeah,
like,
that's
the end.
And what we're saying is like, think about it. Think about it. After Winter Soldier,
you guys are forgetting this is the middle.
I know, but think about it. After Winter Soldier.
But they were at this point. They had planned. They're like, we're going to Thanos.
Yeah,
they knew.
Oh yeah,
they knew already.
Well,
yeah.
Think about this.
But saying that is disregarding everything that happens
after Winter Soldier. How many times do they mention
completely important? Thanos isn't involved in that.
How many times after Winter Soldier do they mention the Shield in a majority way, being like, "Oh my gosh, like Hydra, we can't go to Shield." Never. Like we have Wakanda now. We've got all the other people. We got the Asgardians. We got the freaking Captain Marvel people. You know,
all the people
Shield
you were saying are within the last 2 years.
But that's what I'm saying. Because right after Winter Soldier is when that all started.
That was 6 years.
Think about it. After Winter Soldier, what do we have? We had Guardians of the Galaxy, right? Mm-hmm. So a lot of movies that you didn't need Shield in them at all. And then we also went to the Avengers 2. Then we went into Civil War, which didn't mention Hydra or anything like that at all. And then we got Infinity War. Like we literally didn't mention Shield.
Only after that movie, the only mention of Shield was in Endgame when he's in the elevator.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a flashback to it. I don't think it's the only mention of it, though. No, Shield is definitely
as far as a mention, yeah, there might have been
like
playing
a big role. Or
playing any big role.
Well, yeah, but that's
the big Shield. Like you were saying,
that's
was
obvious
gone.
because
so like
them
being Shield, them being Hydra didn't do anything. It didn't mean anything because all of a sudden they're just gone. They're Hydra. Oh, well.
I mean,
they're
it
not
did
even
mean
in the
something
story
because you guys also forget that Samuel L. Jackson, Nick Fury, was gone after this for like 4 or 5 movies. We didn't see Nick Fury again until was it freaking Endgame? Like honestly, because remember, yeah, but that was in the past. I'm talking current Nick Fury, modern day. No, he wasn't in Infinity War. Yeah, at the very end. That's what I'm saying, though, Tanner.
But Nick Fury's always been kind of an end credit character, anyway.
No, I know, but think about that. Nick Fury, the last time we see him is 2014's Winter Soldier. The next time we see him is 2018's Infinity War.
But you think about
That's
it.
4
Nick
years.
Fury only plays.
Nick Fury was the guy who started literally everything.
He only plays a majority role in the first two Avengers, and then he's not really in the rest. He's kind of an end credit character anyway.
That's what I'm saying.
He's a character who kind of just is there.
He started
every once in a while.
Literally, I mean, figuratively, he started the MCU with the end of Iron Man coming up to him being like, I have a plan, an initiative, or whatever. Like, think about how important Nick Fury is. Nick Fury almost died in Winter Soldier, and I think he does. You think he dies? Remember when he actually goes into hiding?
Then, like I said, we have to differentiate from importance. Then, okay, because like I said, Captain America this is what big importance. Ant-Man and the Wasp, big importance.
I know. See, this is what makes
Infinity
Deathmatch cool and interesting. Is that in my mind, importance does play a role. I don't see why importance wouldn't play a role.
Well, I thought so too, but then we put stuff that was important.
Because like, what about this? Because I could say this, for example, and spoilers. I'm voting like Endgame in the top 3.
Right.
But I could make a case. If you guys are arguing against importance, Endgame as a standalone movie is horrible. Because if you hadn't seen the 22 movies before this, or some of the movies before that, it makes no sense. You have no idea what happened.
Well, and you
didn't see Infinity War. It makes no sense.
I agree with you that we should take in importance, right? I was saying that from the beginning. I was saying, like, with Dark World 2. Remember
the only reason why Endgame I'd be putting in the top 3 is because of importance.
This is what I'm saying. No other reason. But this is what I'm saying. I was already counting in importance. But that's why I think, if we take into account just importance, a lot of these movies should be a lot higher because they're more important.
The 5 we have down here right now do not play a super important role.
But that's not true. Captain America 1, Ant-Man and Wasp.
Like we said, the credit scene. That's it.
The
movie did not need to exist otherwise.
I know, but like, there's a lot of these movies that all of them have an importance. I think the least important Marvel movie out of all of them is probably Ant-Man 1.
Yeah, exactly. That's why.
But that doesn't matter because
that's why I'm voting.
But it doesn't make it less.
I'm willing to move around from 18 to 16. You know, we can move Winter Soldier down to 16.
No, look,
That's what
that's fine.
I want to get it as high as we
I
can.
agree with Hasten as Winter Soldier being 18. I said that because,
I think it's
Oh
18.
my
no,
gosh,
because just
guys.
because importance
If I
doesn't make
wanted
it
to
less
watch
of a
these
movie.
movies, I would be like, let's watch Ant-Man and the Wasp
Yeah.
over like Winter Soldier.
I would too. See, that's the thing. And look, importance doesn't take away from the movie, in my opinion. Ant-Man, sure, it's not important, but it is a good, fun, awesome movie.
Sure, and
I'd rather watch it.
I'm not
than
disregarding
Winter Soldier,
that. I'm
you know
not
what
disregarding the element of fun and stuff like that because you're right. That does
makes
play
it
a
a
role.
good movie.
It does. Well, no, it doesn't make it a good
it
movie,
can
but
make
it plays a role in making it a good movie. But what I will say though is, I'm not saying. I just think you guys are completely disregarding the element of importance. I'm not saying you need to say like,
No,
oh,
Connor, you don't
I have more fun.
understand. I wasn't, and I'm still not. I'm still not. I'm going off of importance.
Let me put it this way then. If you are judging Ant-Man versus, like right now we're judging Ant-Man versus Winter Soldier because we're trying to decide which one goes higher.
Okay.
Overall, I think I agree with you. Ant-Man's a more fun movie.
I think it's a better movie.
But Winter Soldier is, if you're looking at in terms of filmmaking and craft, I'm sorry, Winter Soldier is 10 times better made. The filmmaking, the cinematography, the action alone is 10 times better than Ant-Man's. Ant-Man's action is like watching Power Rangers on TV. I'm sorry, it is. It's like, it doesn't hold up. Like, can you guys name some of the cool action
That's what
scenes in
makes
Ant-Man?
it epic. The Ant-Man is
he
classic
gets
Marvel.
small, he grows huge, and he throws a freaking truck.
Thomas the
That's
Tank
freaking
Engine
sick.
ramming into bad guys. Like,
I know,
no,
but
here's the
yeah,
thing.
it's not
That's
as
one of
well
the
directed,
elements
though.
that makes Marvel movies great, is the ridiculousness of them.
Ant-Man, I think we all are pretty much there.
Well, so what are we doing here? Was Winter Soldier 18? I still stand by that. It's ridiculous, but we'll do it. All right.
And then
Next up is Ant-Man for me.
Ant-Man.
Yeah. Wow, we actually all agreed.
Yeah.
I don't agree.
I have Ant-Man and Wasp at 16.
But you don't agree with Ant-Man?
Well, yeah, because I'd put Winter Soldier above it. Big time.
Well, yeah, we're talking about this one though. No.
You'd put Winter Soldier above the next 10.
Yeah, I would.
So
Which is
yeah,
insane.
that's what I'm saying. So
you'd put Winter Soldier above, Doctor Strange. So
that's
or Age of
getting to where
Ultron and like Spider-Man: Far From Home.
Maybe.
I'm gonna say next would be Iron Man 2.
I have Ant-Man and the Wasp, but we've already put that.
We've already put that, yeah.
All right. So after Ant-Man, we now have Ant-Man at 17. What's our 16? What you guys voting?
Iron Man 2.
Ant-Man and Wasp, but I already have that. That's already on the list. So
What would you vote if it wasn't Ant-Man and the Wasp, since it's already on the list? At this point, I'm thinking
Black Panther.
I'm thinking maybe Captain Marvel.
That's what I said. It's starting to get to that point where they're good.
That's the thing, is like Captain Marvel was good.
Yeah.
I liked it.
And
but
anything else is good, that was on the list.
Yeah, I think besides Winter Soldier, which is just an atrocity that you guys put it there, but like besides that, like everything below this, I could see making the case like, it's okay.
I don't know though.
It's okay.
Yeah, probably Captain Marvel. It was.
I have Black Panther. If it wasn't Ant-Man, I'd go Black Panther.
Yeah,
I'd go. My vote's either Captain Marvel or Iron Man 2. I'm fine with either.
I'd say Iron Man 2.
You think Iron Man 2 is worse than Captain Marvel?
This is hard because this is when a lot of them are like same level for me.
Yeah.
Because I almost feel like, Captain Marvel, Iron Man 2, Guardians of the Galaxy 2 are all like the same.
What would you rather watch right now? Iron Man 2 or Captain Marvel? Let's put it that way. I think that's how it will decide going forward with some of these. Cause they get so good.
Right now, Captain Marvel, because I've only seen it once.
See,
but
right now, if I had the
multiple
choice
times,
between
I would
watching
watch
Captain
Iron Man
Marvel
2.
or Iron Man 2, I think I'd rather watch Iron Man 2.
Well, yeah, I would too, but the only reason I'd watch Captain Marvel now is because I haven't seen it again. But yeah, I'd watch Iron Man 2.
Well, so Hasten, your vote is Black Panther, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's ridiculous.
That's like top 5.
I don't know how you guys liked it. Like,
but like, I think if you watch it as just
Especially-
like a superhero movie, as like a Black Panther movie, I think
Because
it's awesome.
it is impossible to claim that Michael B. Jordan isn't one of the sickest villains of all time.
Michael B. Jordan,
Freaking
I wanted
awesome.
to. If
Oh my
I don't know
gosh.
if we'll have time anymore, but if like I wanted to do a tier list of just the bad guys real fast, Michael B. Jordan would be up there.
If you go
for the
in,
MCU,
if you
he's a good villain, but I'm not a huge fan of Black Panther either as a character.
But look,
I don't care
I
about
agree.
and
I agree
Okoye.
with that.
I don't care about Okoye.
I think
her
Okoye's
daughter,
better
the
than
daughter, they're playing like up the daughter, like she's
I like Shuri.
sister, like she's some huge deal, and like she's just smart.
I like
Iron
her.
Man's smarter.
I like her.
See, for me,
the whole
she's
character's
like,
smarter.
but she's parallel with Iron Man.
Yeah, and she
She's
even
definitely
solved
better.
something that Hulk doesn't. Remember, she's like, you didn't think to do the whatever in Infinity War.
Yeah,
she
with,
does
like
that.
the quantum. Or whatever.
I actually think like I agree with you that I like Black Panther because he's cool. But I agree. I think
I like the powers that he has, like the suit
I think
blowing up.
character's
That's
a-
awesome.
The character's a little
I
bland.
do agree. I do think T'Challa's a little bland.
He's a little bland.
A little
He's
bit.
a little.
I think they could have fleshed out his backstory a little more with his dad. I think they had a good promise right there. They're like, oh, like since he's the king, it's almost like Lion King.
One thing I wish
Even the dad though,
deliver.
right at the beginning of the movie, you knew that the dad had to die.
The dad was already dead. The dad died in Avengers.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. He exploded.
Yeah.
But right then.
So
you knew,
it was almost like the aftermath. I think because it's almost like a lion. That what makes it so great. It's almost like a Lion King.
It's just like
he
Lion King.
he tries to fight off all these guys and he's winning, and then Michael B. Jordan comes out and he's like, "What's up?" Throws him off the cliff.
What's
He's
up?
like, no.
Yeah, I love how Michael B. Jordan though is just so cool.
Instead of being like African,
yeah, that's one thing
he's
I wish. This is one thing I wish they did with Chadwick Boseman because he's such a good actor. The guy who plays Black Panther. I feel like he's super limited because he has to do like the African accent and stuff,
be like honorable,
And so I wish he was a bit more charismatic, like Michael B. Jordan, just be like,
"What's up, bro?"
And, like cool, like that's awesome. Like I wish he could
look at your king, and throws him off.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally like Lion King. Long live the king, throws off the king, and then he's the king.
In fact, I think the tagline for Black Panther on the poster is "Long live the king" or something like that. So
yeah,
that's.
I like you are right when you say the villain's great. The villain is great. I'm not denying that. I'm saying I do not like the movie. I don't think it's an interesting story. Like,
don't get me wrong. I think there's a lot of problems with Black Panther too.
I like
it's not perfect, but
and like Wakanda's awesome. Like it's an awesome place.
Don't get me wrong.
But
I don't think it's better than like this. I'm not like spoiling our later list, but I don't think it's better than like Avengers Endgame.
Yeah, or like Black Panther for me. I don't even know if it'll make top 10.
5. Yeah.
Well, like we'll see, but like because there are problems with it. Like one of the biggest problems I have with Black Panther is the last fight scene between
on the train.
With Black Panther and Killmonger, because it literally just looks like two CGI.
It looks like they CGI choreographed one guy and then they just copy and pasted it on the other side.
It does not look good. It looks horrible. And I will say the Black Panther CGI. It's not that great. Like the rhinos look really bad.
Well, I do think I think they could have done a better idea than Michael B. Jordan wearing just a Black Panther suit, and it's like Black Panther fighting.
They could have done something so much cooler.
I hate when movies do that when it's just the same exact character fighting the same character.
We'll get to that because that's actually a huge complaint people have with the MCU is that so many of the villains are just parallels of the hero. Yeah. They're literally just like them.
But like even if they're like slightly different, because like that's why I like Ironmonger on Iron Man 1. He's not Iron Man. He's huge. He's big. He's powerful.
That's the thing, though.
And he's like lifting up trains.
He's one of the ones people bring up. Because he is Iron something, though. Like, he is the Iron Man, but like you said, bigger. That's it.
Yeah.
And then, like, with Black Panther, he's the Black Panther. But
he literally is the Black Panther.
Yeah, but
he is Black Panther.
He is Black Panther.
He thinks he
takes
Black
over.
Panther. Yeah.
No, he is. By law, he is Black Panther.
Yeah, that's true.
Because he
becomes the Black Panther.
Yeah. He becomes.
So they're both Black Panthers fighting.
Yeah, but I think he adopts the name Killmonger though instead.
Later on, yeah.
I think he changes it.
But he is right. Like as far as like the lore goes, he would be technically like Black Panther.
Yeah,
that is true. A lot of movies do.
A lot of them do it. Like even Doctor Strange, like the bad guy in that is like the bad Doctor Strange.
Dormammu.
Like not Dormammu.
The guy before that. The guy
Mads Mikkelsen.
Yeah.
But me and Tara aren't voting Black Panther, so it won't be that. But what do we think? Iron Man 2 or Captain Marvel?
Captain Marvel. I think Captain Marvel. Because you're right. I'd rather watch Iron Man.
I don't know. That one's a tough one for me.
Because I do like Captain Marvel. I think especially with the shapeshifter guys, they made the movie.
Skrulls were awesome in Captain Marvel. Yeah. Captain Marvel is a solid MCU.
I can't believe you guys are putting Captain Marvel so low.
Well,
I mean, you still have Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yeah,
but I liked Spider-Man: Homecoming.
I liked it too, but not.
It's my next lowest.
Because like. I like Captain Marvel. I do think that Captain Marvel's better, the character, in her own movie than she is in Avengers. I think in Avengers they tried too hard to make her.
She wasn't really
powerful.
in it. Like she wasn't really.
But they
in
tried
it too
hard
much.
to make her like powerful woman.
And she's just too bland.
Yeah,
like she's just like
she's like cocky, and it ruins them. Like she's like, I'm more powerful than Thor. I'm the most powerful. Just call me when like I don't know. I think that her and her solo movie was a lot better because she still had like. I know, tension.
Well, you actually had time to... Once again, I've talked about this before. You had time to actually like the character. Like, it built her character. Instead of her just being in it for 5 seconds and you're like, who is
Well, and
this?
she still had a threat. She wasn't just invincible. Mm-hmm. Granted, though, same thing. It was just a male Captain Marvel that they had to fight.
Yeah, Jude Law. Yeah. That's right.
So,
yep. I vote Iron Man 2. What do you think?
I Iron Man too.
All right.
I agree.
Okay, so and then my next one would probably be Captain Marvel. Then, what do you think?
Yeah, I'd choose Captain Marvel.
What do you think, Hazen? What would be your 16?
My next 6 don't even matter because you guys kind of agree. Spider-Man: Homecoming.
I do agree that it's lower
because I really like. It's not a good Spider-Man movie.
I think
all of the Spider-Man movies made, I would watch that one last.
That's weird. See, I would watch it over the first two Spider-Mans, the very first two Spider-Mans.
What?
Tobey Maguire?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
The third Spider-Man I really like.
This is tough.
You didn't like the first Spider-Man or the second?
I think it's
Spider-Man?
good, but I wouldn't watch him over Homecoming. I just think
the third
Homecoming,
Spider-Man's considered one of the worst.
I think Homecoming is just more like
that's
upbeat and lighthearted and colorful, and with Vulture too. It's really cool. I think it's.
I'd
rather
was a very
watch
poor
it.
villain too.
What?
No, I think
that I completely disagree.
I think Vulture was what.
Vulture's
made
one of
it
the
so
best
good.
MCU.
Yeah,
villains,
because
like that reveal
as what's his name? What's the actor?
Vulture or Michael Keaton?
Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton did such a good job.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I do think his whole reasoning was really weird.
I think his reasoning was great because he was protecting his daughter.
Was that the reason?
Yeah, remember there's the great reveal. Like all of a sudden you find out he turns around, he's the dad in the limo, like in the car at the door.
Yeah.
You have the Tom Holland's prom date or homecoming date. Like I thought that.
And then
was
they're
awesome.
talking in the car. Yeah.
Homecoming for me, I'm with Hasten in a sense.
It is lower.
It's
It's
weird because Homecoming for a lot of people is like a top 10 MCU movie, even maybe higher, which I don't agree with. I don't see that.
I think Far From Home was way better.
Yeah. See, don't get me wrong. I do think it's lower, but I don't think it's better than. I don't think it's worse than Captain Marvel.
Yeah, me neither.
Because Captain Marvel's good, but Captain Marvel's not anything to gloat about. You know, it's kind of just a baseline.
It's just good. Like Captain Marvel was an enjoyable movie. I had a fun time with it.
Yeah, and to me, it was good, but it was a very cliche movie. You know, it's like, oh,
was
this
by the
guy
way, sure.
that was actually his friend is actually the bad guy.
Yeah, it's
the
like
bad guys actually
I literally
aren't the bad guys.
I turned to my
We
girlfriend
called it.
at the time, like literally at the beginning. I was like, Jude lost the bad guy.
Oh yeah,
like, and then he was,
and immediately like from the beginning when it showed the Skrulls getting shot and they were innocent, I knew immediately. I'm like, the Skrulls aren't bad. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure I leaned over to you or my girlfriend too. Like, a lot of it was easy to tell what was going to happen.
Yeah, I vote Captain Marvel.
What number
15.
are we at? 15?
15. Yeah, Captain Marvel.
All right,
I agree.
So best 2 out of 3 for that one. Sorry, Hasten. Now we go to 14. What do we think?
My 14 is Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Okay, well you would agree with this one. We'd say Iron Man 3.
I said Iron Man 2. I have Iron Man 3 as 20.
Yeah, because you have it lower, but we haven't put it on the list yet. So
I don't agree with Iron Man 3 there yet. I like Iron Man 3 better than Homecoming.
I don't.
My next one, I would say Iron Man 2, since we already have...
But we already have Iron Man 2 on the list. It was right before this.
Yeah.
Oh, well then I would go Spider-Man: Homecoming.
You think Spider-Man: Homecoming is worse than Iron Man 3?
Yes, I have Iron Man 3 as 20th on my list.
Yeah, the lowest one.
Iron Man 3 is the lowest on my list, yes.
Exactly.
That is crazy.
Iron Man 2
but we
is
haven't put it
13.
on the list.
Yeah, we still haven't put Iron Man 3. So your vote would be Iron Man 3.
We should put Iron Man 3.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's right here, definitely. It's not any higher.
Where's
than
Iron
this.
Man 2?
I don't think so.
Right below this.
Iron Man 2 is
It was right below
16
Captain Marvel.
right now.
I think Iron Man 3 is better than Iron Man 2 and Captain Marvel.
The thing is, I would rather watch Iron Man 3 than Homecoming.
I would
Spider-Man
not.
Homecoming.
I would not want to watch Iron Man 3 than Homecoming.
I would definitely.
I do think Iron Man
Homecoming.
3 is better than Captain Marvel and Iron Man 2, but I don't think that I'd rather watch it than Homecoming.
I mean, I guess I can go either or with that one too. I'm not.
I say
care
Iron
too
Man 3.
much. Okay.
I don't think Iron Man 3 should be any higher.
I'd probably put it like 1 or 2 spots higher, but I'm not like I don't care that much. So all right, Iron Man 3 we got at 14.
Okay.
So now we go to 13.
Spider-Man: Homecoming.
That's what mine would be too.
I don't know though. I don't know if I'd rather watch Spider-Man: Homecoming or Black Panther.
I'd rather watch Black Panther.
Both are kind of in that same spot for me.
I would watch Homecoming over Black Panther. It's my... So I have 15 is Black Panther, 14 is Homecoming, and 13 is Iron Man 2.
I think for me, I'd put Black Panther
Spider-Man: Homecoming.
next. I mean, these are going to be interchangeable for me. Like these next couple are going to be.
I 100%. I think Black Panther's a better movie than Homecoming. I think as far as like, because look, the villains of both are pretty equal, but I think T'Challa did a better job in his whole story.
I think the villains are... I mean, Black Panther's villains are better.
Oh, I think as
I'm
far as
looking
the
at-
villains went,
If you could look at
I think they're
actual
the two best
character
villains.
and you look character there, like... Tom Holland plays a better Spider-Man, and it's like Spider-Man's a better character.
Yeah, it's weird because
than Black Panther.
I think T'Challa does better, actually.
Homecoming and Black Panther, I think villain-wise are equal. I think they're probably the two best villains
Vulture
in the
and
MCU besides
Killmonger
Thanos.
are pretty equal.
So, yeah, it gets tough because I think Black Panther as a story arc is better than Spider-Man. Because here's the thing, Spider-Man's story arc, we know what it is. We've seen it 20 times already in tons of movies. So it's like, the arc of Spider-Man in that movie isn't super special to me. I think Black Panther's is better. But I think, enjoyability-wise, I'd probably watch Homecoming maybe over it.
I'd watch Black Panther just
tough.
because I like that Black Panther has humor. It also has cool, and it has, like, scary, you know? Because, like, I don't know. Andy Serkis is really good.
I like Andy Serkis in it too, yeah.
And the whole club scene.
I'm voting Black Panther.
I'm going to say Homecoming.
13. Hasten?
I would vote Homecoming.
You'd vote Homecoming for 13? Or Black Panther?
You had Black Panther lower.
I want Black Panther lower.
Yeah, that's what I'm voting. So
Black Panther then, yeah.
Okay.
So I'm outvoted then.
All right, and then I would vote Homecoming.
Next one, Homecoming.
Then, yeah.
Yeah, next one's got to be Homecoming.
All right, sounds good to me. So Homecoming goes up to 12.
Okay, now we're getting into
We're about to enter the top 10.
Yeah.
We're entering the Twilight Zone.
So my next one at 12, I have written down 12 Civil War. But I'm actually going to flip it, and I want Captain Marvel as 12.
But we already have Captain
And
Marvel.
Civil War as 11.
Yeah, Captain Marvel's already on the list now. So.
I would say Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
No. Oh my gosh.
I would say... I know this is an unpopular opinion, I think. Well, no, actually, no, not yet. I would say Doctor Strange.
No, I love Doctor Strange.
I like Doctor
Strange
Strange
too, but...
Actually, you know what? I would agree with that. I would put Doctor Strange there. Yeah.
I think Doctor Strange is better than Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I liked Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
11.
But Guardians of the Galaxy 2 was the whole
12?
thing with ego, right?
Homecoming.
Oh, then yeah, I would go
Guardians of the
Doctor
Galaxy
Strange.
2 was the whole thing with ego, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I don't think it was... I think Doctor Strange was better than Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is great.
Yeah, I like Guardians.
I think Guardians 1 is better.
I have Guardians 2 in my top 5.
Wow.
That's not for me.
Yeah, I don't know. I vote Doctor Strange as 11. I think.
I can agree with that.
Okay.
Next up for me to round out our top 10. This is going to be probably an unpopular opinion, but I have the first Avengers.
I do too.
Really?
At 10, I have
Wait,
Avengers.
I'd say Avengers Ultron. You think that if the first Avengers is worse than Age of Ultron?
I don't think it's worse. I think they're like pretty parallel to me, but
you just think Avengers is overrated. I
think the first Avengers is slightly overrated. Not that it's bad. I think it's great. I love
the top 10. It's top 10 MCU. It's an 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Well, I don't think it's worse than because I like Avengers 1 and I like Avengers 2, but I think Avengers 2 is worse.
Now you're coming out here to defend freaking. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, we weren't arguing about because I by no means I actually think Age of Ultron is the worst Avengers out of all of them.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm.
I like
Avengers 2.
Avengers 1 is the worst.
I think for me
too.
Avengers 2 is the most forgettable, and it's got the least dangerous villain in my opinion.
Ultron?
Because Ultron's
awesome.
good. Ultron's good, right? Like he has very strong potential, but he was born and created that movie.
I think
right?
Ultron...
Loki had been there since.
Well,
Thor.
here's the thing.
All it took to kill was that Chitauri was a nuclear missile.
Yeah,
and the whole fire.
Iron Man just threw it into space.
And Chitauri, technically, you could say was still Thanos because it was Thanos' army.
And with Loki, I think Loki's kind of in a different boat here because Loki, I think he's one of the best villains in the MCU, but he kind of becomes a good guy in a way to where it's like I don't really count Loki as like this great amazing villain for Avengers 1 because he was amazing, don't get me wrong, but like I think Ultron is way more intimidating.
But
and,
the whole like dynamic of the superheroes getting to know each other and fighting against each other when the whole
Do we have Civil War on the list yet?
No.
Not yet.
Actually, I vote Civil War for 10.
I don't. Civil War's high on the list.
Civil War's better than Avengers 1 in my opinion.
Civil War is better than both the first two Avengers for me.
I agree. I actually agree with that.
Yeah,
I mean, I would be fine at putting Avengers because it's not that great. I have it at 10 on my list, but now that I'm looking at it, I think I would put Civil War at 10 and Avengers 1 before it.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
For this right here, this next one, I'd put Avengers 2. I think that Avengers 2 is the weakest, then Avengers 1.
Well, I think that's
what are we doing? We
all
disagree.
we have to do the middle one, whatever we vote for middle. So I vote. let's narrow it down. We all think it should be one of the two Avengers, right?
Mm-hmm. He thinks Civil War. Don't you think Civil War?
You think Civil War. I think Civil War. But that's being ruled out because me and Taryn don't think so, right?
But it doesn't matter because, like, he thinks Civil War, I think Avengers 2, and you think Avengers 1. So
true.
It would go to me.
Well, no, because this is where if we were going in descending order, we could have done, like, it goes to the middle.
Which would be Avengers 2. Because Civil War is after, and the Avengers 1's before.
No, we're not talking in chronological order here. Oh. I'm talking, like... So, on Hasten's list, where do you have...
Civil War?
Not Civil War.
Avengers 2.
Avengers 2, we'll say.
8.
Okay, so Hasten has it at 8. I would put it at 9. You have it at 10. So we would do the middle one. So Age of Ultron would go 9 then.
So next.
But then we have to look at Avengers too. First Avengers, where would you have the first Avengers?
10.
I guess 10.
No, I would. I made my list already, but I would flip it and I would put Civil War at 10.
Okay, but you would have it at 9 or like the next.
But I would have the actual Avengers at 9.
Okay.
I have Avengers 1 at 9.
I can go either way with either Avengers.
I'm fine with Avengers at 10.
I just think Avengers 2 should be 10.
My 9 would go to Civil War, though.
Wait, are we putting Avengers 1 at 10 then?
Probably. I'll go with... I like Age of Ultron probably slightly more than the first Avengers because I think the first Avengers is just a tiny bit overrated. But I think in terms of... If I go back to my argument I was making before about importance... The first Avengers is way more important than Age of Ultron, for sure.
So Age of Ultron is 10, Avengers 1 is 9.
Yeah, I'll do that. I think that sounds good to me.
Okay. And then Civil War, for me, would be 7.
You mean 8?
Or 8.
Well, I want to debate that one, because I think Civil War, for me, is a little higher. Only a couple spots, but...
I would put Civil War.
Wait.
Because right now it's at 12.
What have we not... What have we not put in?
So we have 8 spots left. Our final 8... Oh my gosh, wait. I take this back. We forgot about Far From Home.
Yeah, I have Far From Home at 7.
I like Far From Home.
I like Far From Home too, but I think Far From Home would be below both the Avengers for me. The original 2 Avengers.
Yeah. No,
I really liked
Far From Home. See, I actually disagree. I think it would be...
I liked Far From Home about as much as I liked The Guardian.
Okay, I think Spider-Man Far From Home is below Avengers 1, but above Avengers 2. I don't think it's better than Avengers 2. It was worse than Avengers 2. Avengers 2, I don't think is as good.
Well, then that's where it'll go, because Hasten thinks it goes higher. I think it goes below. So you're in the middle, so it would go between
I think
Age of Ultron.
9. I think Far From Home would be 9.
Okay.
And then Avengers 1 would be 8.
8. Okay. All right, so Far From Home's 9 now. Avengers is 8. So now we're coming down to our top 7.
Here's what we have left. We have Iron Man 1. We have...
Oh, wow, that's still not on the list? That's next for me.
So we have Iron Man 1. We have Guardians of the Galaxy.
1 and 2.
We have Civil War. We have Guardians of the Galaxy 2. We have Thor Ragnarok, Infinity War, and Endgame.
For me, Iron Man's next.
I have Iron Man 1 as 4th.
I really like Iron Man 1. Iron Man 1 is really good.
It really...
It sets the bar.
It's kind of
nostalgia
unfair.
for me.
That's the thing.
Because
it's kind
nostalgia.
Of
because this is what got me. My dad never takes me to movies. Like we don't go. My dad hates movies.
Yeah.
But he took me to actually see Iron Man 1.
So it's a big.
So it's like
I think we all saw it together, right? I feel like we all.
No, I went with just my dad.
Did you? Okay.
We might have seen it later together.
Yeah, maybe. We went inside. I remember Eric and Rex were there.
I remember it was just a huge deal for like. Oh, this is amazing! Like this is incredible.
Yeah.
At the time, so that's why it's so high on my list.
Yeah,
I do really like.
I think Iron Man. This is why I vote it for next. I mean, it's in the top 7, if nothing else, which is already really big. But I think it's kind of unfair for Iron Man because it does have that nostalgia rep, and it's the first.
But I do still think it's really good.
My vote for this one though is Civil War.
My vote for this one is Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Mine is Iron Man. So we're at a
Guardians of the Galaxy 2, guys, is not as good as some of this ones coming up. You think it's as good as like Iron Man 1 of Avengers Infinity War?
No, I have Iron Man 1 better. That's the thing. My list is completely different from your guys.
Okay, well, you think that Guardians of the Galaxy... Do you think Guardians of the Galaxy 1 or 2 is better?
I have 1, but they're both interchangeable.
For me, Iron Man... Guardians of the Galaxy 1 is loads better than 2. 2 is really good, but it's not as good as 1.
I agree that 1's better. I don't think it's loads better, but 1 is better to me.
I think it's at least like 3 levels better.
Oh, man.
I really do think they're about the same.
We got to do the voting system here then. So, Hasten has, on your list with this final 7, where would you have Iron Man?
4th.
4. Tanner, where would you have Iron Man? I have it at 7.
Iron Man 1?
Yeah. In the top 7, where would you have it? Hasten has 4, I have 7.
I don't even know.
We all should have made a list.
I know.
Like a real list.
But the problem is we've put so many different
I know,
places
but this
that
way
it
we
makes
have
it.
a list for all of us. That way we could have used the actual middle.
Realistically,
for
I'd
choice.
say 5. But that's only because I haven't seen Thor Ragnarok. Because Thor Ragnarok, for me, is kind of in the middle of nowhere. I would say it's up here.
Well, so if you say that, if you put it in between me and Hasten, that's where it'll go. If you
Number
put it
5.
higher, then it would go to 4. If you put it
Well, what do we
lower
have
than
remaining?
me-
We have Iron Man 1, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Guardians of the Galaxy 1,
Thor Ragnarok,
Ragnarok,
Infinity War,
Infinity
Endgame.
War. And
Should we work our way from the
Wait,
top
that's only
now
6.
and come back down?
That's
or-
only 6.
Yeah, we have 6 slots. No, 7 slots.
Okay, wait. Let me see.
Far From Home's right there.
Wait, Far From Home's where?
Right there at 9.
Is
My
it not on the
7th is
list?
Far
They don't
From
have a picture
Home,
for it.
and my 9 is Strange.
Okay, wait,
but-
go up. Let me see.
There's 7 slots. You can count them.
I know. I'm imagining what movies would be.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Why am I missing one?
For me, I mean, I'm not going to say it out loud, but I'm thinking
I think we all have the same number 1.
maybe.
I
think there's a debate for number 1.
I actually do agree.
Yeah.
I think that you might think it's something. You might think it's something.
Yeah. I think there's a debate for number 1, actually. But,
Because for me,
well,
Thor.
we'll get to it.
No,
We'll
I
get to
know.
it.
For me, Thor Ragnarok would be like 6. Only because I haven't seen it. It wouldn't be top 5 because I haven't seen it, but I know it's good.
Thor Ragnarok for me, I'll just spoil it since we're talking about it. Thor Ragnarok for me is 3.
Mine's 3rd.
Okay, so me and Hasten would outnumber you on
So
that.
put that at 3, because if you guys have already decided it's 3, put it at 3.
Okay, I'm good with that. So Thor Ragnarok jumps up on the list, ladies and gentlemen, already. We're not even.
I'm not even surprised.
Yeah,
I'm not either,
Good movie.
honestly. I've heard such good things about it.
It's a great film.
Yeah.
Like really, it is.
So Thor Ragnarok.
They finally figured out Thor,
Uh-huh.
and they put Hulk in there too.
in that world, like the way it
Yeah.
looks.
Okay,
So good.
okay,
the
then
trash world.
it has got to be Guardians of the Galaxy 2 at 7, because all the rest are like the best of the
I'm
best.
voting Iron Man for 7.
It's got to be Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
I would vote Guardians of the Galaxy 2 for 6.
I'll put 2 at 7,
Guardians of the Galaxy 2 at 7.
and then I would put Guardians 1 at 6.
I'd put Civil War at 6.
Oh, I would put Civil War at 7 actually. Then
we're all on.
So you're thinking Civil War, you're thinking Iron
because
Man,
I
I'm
have
thinking
Civil War
Guardians
at 12. Like
Let's all try to make a case then for what we're arguing.
Okay.
Let's try to debate it out.
I choose Guardians of the Galaxy 2 purely because I think that Ego was a bad villain. I think to make him like a god, literally like the god, one of the ancients, and to get killed by like the Guardians of the Galaxy, alone. It wasn't like an Avengers level
they're just
threat.
the Guardians of the Galaxy.
But they were in the Avengers, Thanos isn't an ancient. The ancients were the ones that like created the Infinity Stones, and somehow Ego died. And I also think that one of the coolest things about it was Yondu, but that's about it for me. Like I think Guardians of the Galaxy is way
Yondu,
better.
so good.
Drax,
There's an impactful death for you.
Drax is the best part of the whole movie. I think that they kind of squandered the relationship between like Chris Pratt and Zoe Deschanel, and like I don't think
Zoe
that,
Deschanel, Zoe Saldana,
Zoe Saldana, same thing.
girl from Elf.
But no,
The
like,
new girl.
and I don't think that Star-Lord was as good of a character in the second one as he was in the first one. I think Star-Lord was so good in the first one. He was so funny. And he
I liked
made
that.
Guardians
I
of the
liked
Galaxy
him too
one.
that he was dealing with his dad and he had to deal with his dad and that his dad killed his mother with a brain tumor.
But
and just that stuff and like figuring out he is half god.
Let's do
and
this.
half human.
And that's one thing that I wish they would have played with more, because they could have used that in like Avengers. He's half god. He's a demigod, right? They showed that he has powers in Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Like
Which
a bit of powers.
Avengers did you want him to show it off in though?
Like Infinity War or Endgame. Either one. Like
Yeah.
he didn't even use them.
I know. I think Guardians of the Galaxy stories are so contained and so good on their own. Like, here's the
They
truth:
are.
the Guardians
They
of the
are.
Galaxy stories are goofy compared to the rest of the ones.
Right.
Like, their stories. If Iron Man was in that movie, it would be really weird. It'd be like, what the heck? What?
Well, and that's
this is a
why-
goofy story for Iron
that's
Man.
why these
that's
are
why
so
it fits.
high already.
That's why it fits those characters, and why I think Guardians 2 is great.
Well, and that's
But
why
I
these
think-
that's why these are still so high. I just don't think it's better than any of the rest we have.
I vote Iron Man next. I would go Iron Man 7, Guardians 2 6.
See, I would say Guardians 2-7, Civil War 6, Iron Man 2-5.
I have Civil War at 7.
So
And then
if
Guardians
So if we're
and then I would have Guardians 2 as 6.
I can maybe switch Guardians and Civil War. I think they're both on the same level. Guardians and Civil War.
I like Civil War better than Guardians 2.
I think they're pretty equal for me. Like, as far as, like, if I wanted to watch one, I'd be like...
For me, if I had my way, Civil War would be 4. I know it's not going to go that high because you guys aren't as big of fans.
It's good. It's really good. For me, it's better than Avengers 1 and Avengers 2. It's basically... They should have just made Avengers 3.
I have it worse than both of those.
Yeah, I think that... Because it's like
Hasten
Avengers
has the
3.
lowest
I think it's the...
Well, let's do this. With Iron Man, Hasten voted 4, I voted 7. You said 6, right? We can just put Iron Man
For Iron Man,
6.
I said 5.
You think 5?
I think 5. Because I think
Well, it would default to you then.
We'll go up.
But what would go behind it then?
Well, real quick, go up. Because, like, I think...
You'd have 2 slots.
I'm thinking... Since I agree with Hasten then, because, like, Civil War, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Iron Man 1, and then I'm not going to reveal my last 3, but...
You still haven't put Black Panther.
We've already
voted.
I would have had it at, like, 4 or 5, but...
You would have had that high?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I really like Black Panther.
I like it too.
And
Not
actually,
top
because
5, though.
for me, Doctor Strange would be 3. Because I really like Doctor Strange. But I've had to switch my list around.
Well, where are we putting the original Guardians?
Guardians 1?
Guardians 1 for me would be 5.
I would put it
above
6.
2.
See, for me, Guardians 1 is...
I have Guardians 2 at 5. But like I said, they're interchangeable. So I could go that at 5.
Guardians 1 for me would be 4.
Huh.
Yeah, because I would have Guardians 2, Civil War, Iron Man, Guardians 1.
All right, well, let's go to what we were doing. If we do the Iron Man 1, it would go to 5.
Iron Man 1's 5, then.
Just Tanner's in the middle on that one. So Iron Man, moving up to 5. Boom. So, with Guardians 2, I would vote it then in this situation. I don't like this situation, but I would put Guardians 2 at 7.
That's what I want it as. I think Guardians 2
What's 6 then? Is Guardians 1?
would be Civil War.
Where's Guardians 1 at?
Guardians 1 would take the 4 slot.
Because I think Civil War
See,
is
I
6.
think Iron Man should go to 6. Because I would put both the Guardians above Iron Man. Personally.
I would put Iron Man above Guardians 2, but not above Guardians.
But the thing is, if this was my ideal list, which it's not going to be, I would have Civil War, then Guardians 1. But since it's not going to be that, I would still rather put both the Guardians.
See, I would do
above
Civil
Iron Man.
War, Iron Man 5, Guardians,
Iron Man
and then
5.
Guardians, or whatever.
It's like, whoa,
Well, yeah, I thought you wanted Iron Man as 4.
Iron Man 5.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I want Iron Man as 5, too. So if he says 5, I say 5. I think it should be
So
5.
I want Iron Man as 4.
See,
but like I said, we drop in the middle at 5.
So
I wanted it at 5.
Okay, so you would put Iron Man above both the Guardians.
Yes.
Oh wow. Okay.
And then I would put...
At 7, I'd have Guardians 2, then Civil War.
Well, it's not your list. So.
Oh, sorry.
I would put this there and that. Well, so
what I'm saying is...
Yeah,
So hold
vote.
on.
We
What's
gotta
your
vote.
7?
My 7 would be Guardians 2.
My 7 was Guardians 2 also.
Okay, then that's where that will go. We'll put that there.
And then I would do Civil War as 6.
Me too.
Good.
Dang it. So that's where that would go.
It's going so far down the list.
I would put Civil War at 4,
is-
but that you guys would take that.
I don't know if you were remembering Civil War. Because Civil War is when they introduced Spider-Man. And, like, Iron Man went to Brooklyn.
I remember Civil War.
Spider-Man.
I've watched Civil War like 3 times.
Civil War is awesome.
Civil War.
And it's got one of the best
Yeah,
villains.
it's freaking 12th on my list. I mean, there's 23 movies.
Yeah, it's
It's not
tough.
bad.
So then that means I'm assuming Guardians would go 4 automatically, right?
I think Guardians would be 4.
I think we're all in the same boat that the Avengers: Infinity War and Endgame are top 2, right?
Oh, yeah. Duh. I mean,
Are we? I just want to make sure.
yes,
We
of
could make
course.
a case.
Iron Man, Avengers, Infinity War, and Endgame are top 2.
Okay, so then Guardians takes 4. So we're down to our final 2.
We're down to final
Gents.
2.
Final 2?
Dang. Oh,
Infinity
it's
War
made
and
it this
Endgame.
far.
We do... So what's your number 2?
Okay, wait.
Oh, wait, no.
So hold up. Should we do a recap of the list
Let's do a recap real quick.
real fast?
Because then we already know this one's
Yeah,
going to be
just for the
debate
audience so
because-
they can hear it one more time before we get to we debate our winner.
Unless we're all thinking it's going to be a debate, and then we all like, oh, wait,
we all agree. Well, here's the thing. So 23, we have Incredible Hulk.
Okay.
22, Thor: Dark World.
Okay.
21, Thor.
Okay, good.
20, Ant-Man the Wasp.
Good for
19,
now.
Captain America: First Avenger. 18, Winter Soldier.
Good.
Ridiculous. 17, Ant-Man. 16, Iron Man 2. 15, Captain Marvel. 14, Iron Man 3. 13, Black Panther. 12, Homecoming. 11, Doctor Strange. 10, Age of Ultron. 9, Far From Home. 8, Avengers. 7 Guardians 2, 6 Civil War, 5 Iron Man, 4 Guardians, 1, 3 Ragnarok. So now we come down to our final 2.
Okay.
So I want to hear Hasten's first.
Are there any we want to change?
Do you want to hear my 1 or 2?
I want to hear you 2.
Wait, are there any we want to change?
Well, if you know my 2, you know my 1.
Are there any that we're thinking are outstandingly should not be?
I mean, for me, it's obvious, but you guys disagree with it. So, I mean, I would easily put Winter Soldier above, like, 5 of these.
No, I'm pretty sound, though. Where But are there any others that we're, like, thinking maybe shouldn't?
So you guys like Captain Marvel more than Winter Soldier?
Oh, yeah.
Iron Man 3 above Winter Soldier?
Yeah. I do not like Winter Soldier.
Hasten,
well, actually, yeah, I have Iron Man
3
at 20. So I have Winter Soldier at 18, where we have it on the list.
I'm going to throw in a curveball here. I like Iron Man 3, but I would easily switch it with Winter Soldier if you want to. Because if you like
but it doesn't
Iron
matter.
Man
It goes
3,
middle. It goes
well, yeah, it would go in the middle.
which is mine.
Where's Iron Man 3
Well, yeah,
at?
it would go in between that, though.
Where's Iron Man 3
I would vote
at
it at
right
14.
now?
But look,
14.
you voted at 14. Hasten votes at 20. I vote it where it is. At 18. So that's middle.
Well, no, not if we do this way, because we're moving Iron Man 3, though. Iron Man 3
I set where Iron Man 3 is.
But I know, but it's not your choice, though. You're set where it's at 14. I would move it down to 20. With Hasten, that's 2 against 1. That means everything would move up.
We agreed Iron Man 3 was way up there.
I know. I'd change it, though, for Winter Soldier.
Down to freaking 18?
I would, because Winter Soldier's a better movie.
I have it at 20, so I have Iron Man 3 as 20.
I'm throwing in a curveball because I just
want... Iron Man... So you'd say Ant-Man 1 is better than Iron Man 3. And you'd say...
I don't personally
Iron Man 2 is better than Iron Man 3.
I don't personally think that, but I would
play
the game here, though, to try and get Winter Soldier any higher than it is. Because I think it's an atrocity that it's that low.
Okay, look, I will give you a little bit of ground. I think Winter Soldier
I'm glad you
should be right here. No, look, I think Winter Soldier should be right here.
16?
Yeah.
I would be fine with that.
I do think that Iron Man 2 is a little worse than Winter Soldier. I do think, as far as like the sequels go, Captain America 2 was better than Iron Man 2.
I mean,
I want to move Winter Soldier up to where?
16. So
I'm fine moving it up.
And then I'd put Ant-Man at 18, Iron Man 2 at
You just
16.
want to flip. Okay, no.
So all that would happen...
I would not pick Captain Marvel or Doctor Strange over those two.
You mean...
Or what is that one?
Iron Man 2.
Okay, we can't go back because now we're like confusing ourselves.
No, you were the one that said, though. You're like...
No, yeah, I know.
Changes?
I just want... I think that this should be right there, and these two move down.
Okay. I'm in favor of that, so that's 2 against 1.
Okay.
So that's what we're doing. Thank goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, we have saved Winter Soldier by 2 slots.
Frick? How did that happen?
Because it was 2 against 1.
But now Iron Man 3 is still way high in the list, and it's not a good movie.
But that's
we think Iron Man 3 is a lot better than any of these ones.
Yeah. I do agree with that.
You douche face.
Okay, now...
So, just to recap that rule change, just so you guys know, Ant-Man's now 18, Iron Man 2 17, Winter Soldier's been saved by 2 slots. Now it's 16. Thank goodness.
Boo.
Top 2 now.
Here, I'll trade you.
No, you want to make me joke?
All right, you want my 2?
What is Hasten's number 2 MCU movie?
Infinity War.
There is going to be a debate. Yep. All right, so here we go then.
Okay, well, as of right now, majority rule. I think me and Connor already know what number.
Well, here's the thing, though. I'm open to a debate.
I want to hear.
I am too. I'm ready to debate.
Because here's the thing.
But let's say our number 2 first, real quick, before we debate or anything.
Well, in my head, it would be Endgame 2, Infinity War 1.
See, me too. Mine's exactly.
But here's the thing. I think I can see an argument either way. I've thought about this long and hard. Real long and hard. But I think Infinity War is more fun than Endgame. But Endgame is more memorable, I guess, or important.
There's so much in Endgame I just love.
I love it. Yeah, me too.
I love them both so much. They're like my children, right?
These ones are hard.
It's so hard to pick. But for me, I agree with Connor. I think that Infinity War, for me, I actually disagree. I think Infinity War is more important than Endgame. And I think that
you make a case for
so much that happens in Infinity War is
we can't go into important.
Awesome.
We just can't.
Infinity War is
they're both important. That's true.
awesome with everything that happens with Thanos and the snap and him going into the
If the snap never happens, Endgame never happens.
I vote with Hasten on this one.
Like-
We're gonna remove importance from this discussion.
Well, yeah.
because that's
It's
fair,
not
'cause
even-
they're,
it's
they're
not even
equally as
Oh no!
important.
You know how much we'd have to go into importance because
Endgame saves everyone from the snap, but if the snap never happens, Endgame
Yeah,
isn't a thing.
exactly.
It's
Yeah.
like-
Uh-huh.
But there's nothing. There's nothing. Okay.
And if this one
And if
doesn't happen,
Quicksilver-
Gamora's still alive, and if this one doesn't happen,
And if Quicksilver died in Age of Ultron,
But if the snap never happened, then Far From Home would have to go away, and then we'd have to move on to then, and Winter Soldier would be number 3.
Winter Soldier moves up number 1. Whoa! No. Just kidding. I don't like Winter Soldier that much, but yeah, I think Infinity War has more memorable action, and like because like there's a lot of fighting in Infinity War. If you remember, like and you get more cool team ups. Like I love that we got Iron Man, Peter Quill together, and Spider-Man.
But we didn't
Doctor
get-
I'm
Strange.
starting to remember so much from Endgame. With
We didn't get
Fat
that big
Thor
scene.
and
Yeah.
Smart Hulk.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
we didn't
Fuck.
get that big scene with all of the Avengers until Endgame. That's when we got the team up, the full Avengers team up.
Here's the thing, I like bawled my eyes out in Endgame. Well, I cried in Endgame. I didn't cry in Infinity War, I don't think.
Because you knew everyone was going to come back.
Yeah, and also I didn't like there wasn't any like remarkable deaths like Iron Man or something. But in Endgame, there's the Avengers Assemble moment, which had me crying. However, I will say
There's
this.
the Captain America
The
scene where he
Mjolnir,
gets
yeah,
the-
that was amazing. Cried during that as well. But what I will say with Endgame is that the shot of all of the Avengers together
wasn't good.
wasn't as good as like the original
No.
Avengers. Like
It's because
team-up
there's
shot.
so many now.
Yeah,
They're
I
like,
wish.
ugh.
Me and Hasten talked about this after the movie. I wish they just had a singular wide shot with all of them lined up. Like they didn't do
Sexy.
that, which kind of sucked. So that was a little disappointing for me that we didn't get just like a. I know we had the running shot with them all running, but you couldn't quite see everyone the way you wanted them to. Like I wish they just had a singular shot of them all lined up. That would have been really cool.
Yeah.
Like that.
Just like that. Yeah. I wish you guys could see this poster we have for this episode, but it's just in the.
I had a reason. I forget because there's one very specific reason I have Endgame below, but I can't remember freaking now because I had it and I was like, oh, I'm ready to say it, but now I don't remember.
See, what I thought it was going to be for you guys, because I knew something was going to happen here, because I knew you guys were like, Endgame's not the best. But I think it's because you guys think that the story, right, is like unaffected in Endgame.
For me, it's not the story.
Right?
For
Because
me, like,
you guys are like, oh yeah, everyone's going to just come back. Like, we already knew everyone's going to come back. There wasn't a big ending at the end, right?
yeah.
I mean, I
But
don't think
what
that's
really
the reason.
happens is like Thanos dies in the beginning.
Yeah, and look, I don't
Yeah,
think
it's
it's
crazy.
anything to do with the story because, like, I actually
story-wise, I think
I
they're
could
equal.
definitely make a claim as to why the story in Endgame is stupid because Thanos comes back even though he gets his head chopped off and they go back in time. But look, like, I think the story is fine the way it is.
This is why it's hard because they were originally planned to be a part 1 and part 2.
There's
gonna
so
be
much
Infinity
fan
War part
service
1.
in Endgame.
Yeah, and Infinity War Part 2. And so the problem is they were originally supposed to be a singular story, which they still are. If you see Infinity War without seeing Endgame, it's really sad. If you see Endgame without Infinity War, you're like, what the frick happened? So they're equally as important, as we've talked about, to where I think it comes down to, like, Endgame held all the climax. It had all of the payoff, right? Which is amazing. That's why it, like, sticks out above so much, because it's just, like, so much payoff, like you said. And then Infinity War is so much of the setup and so much of the dark. Like, I love how dark Infinity War is with, like, the ending and, like, Thanos just straight up winning. And then the fighting. Like, I love the whole Gamora death and Thanos, like, teasing Star-Lord about it, you know, and then him, like, crying. And then, you know, everyone always jokes that Star-Lord effed everything up and made them lose. But, like, if I were in that situation, I would have done the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like I feel like Star-Lord's acting was so good in that. Chris Pratt did amazing bawling. And then, like, for a second, I thought they were going to kill Iron Man, too. Like, when Thanos stabs Iron Man,
Oh, yeah,
falls
for
over,
real.
and he's just like, what does he say to him? He holds his head. It's like a meme now.
I'll make sure they remember.
Yeah, I'll be sure to, or I hope they remember you, or something like that. And then just, like, lets him drop. It's so defeating. And then the classic Doctor Strange line of, like, only one. Like, how many times did we win? 1, you know, and then him pulling out
And the scene in Endgame when Doctor Strange does hold up the finger, like the one.
And see, that's the payoff.
Like,
That's
that's awesome.
For me, one thing that hurts Endgame from being top is the amount of time the rest of the Avengers get is not a lot, right? Because they
Besides
come in
the
at
original
very end.
cast,
yeah.
yeah.
At the very end, we get everybody who comes back, But Infinity War, they're all in there the entire movie.
Yeah.
The entire movie, they're all in there until the very end, you know? Like, but Endgame, most of the movie, majority of the movie is
the
original.
OG. And that's what I was going to say is that's what's cool about Infinity War is you actually get these cool character dynamics.
Yeah.
Like I said, one of the groups, Iron Man, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, and the Guardians
of the Galaxy.
And then the other group is Captain America, Black Panther, Vision.
Random A characters. Yeah.
And then like with Endgame, it's the characters we've seen before, which we love. It's the same cast from Avengers and Age of Ultron, you know, together again, which is great, but like you said, we don't see them all together.
Which, don't get me wrong, this isn't a bad thing. I love this. But I think that it just gives it a slight edge over Endgame. Because it's like, you get that every Avenger. Like, if you love Doctor Strange, you won't get to see him that much in Endgame.
Yeah, he's barely,
you know.
If you love Spider-Man, you barely get to see him.
But Infinity War, the entire movie. You know, it's like, you get all the characters all the time.
Man, I don't know, though, dude. Like,
I know, but there's so much good in Endgame.
You get snippets of every character in Infinity War, too, though. Like, it's not like you get...
Or Endgame.
Yeah, no, Infinity War, even.
It's not
there's some characters that don't get any time.
Well, yeah.
I think for the most part, though, like, there's way more screen time per
yeah.
character in Infinity War versus Endgame. Like, in terms of, like, Black Panther's in it.
And them being prominent.
I just feel like there's more characters in Endgame for some reason.
At the end, yeah. But not at the beginning.
I think it's also because they bring in a lot of, like, grunts. A lot of, like, people. They just bring in a lot of... Like, because we all got, like, Pepper Potts in an Iron Man suit. And
yeah.
Stuff in Endgame.
One thing about it, too, then you have, like, the stuff in Infinity War, like Thor with Rocket Raccoon and Groot. Like, you just get really cool pairings that you don't get to see.
Cool.
And
having Thor being part of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Like, that's one of the best moments of the MCU
Fat
is when Thor walks in, though, and they're, like, touching it, and he's like, this is not a man. Or no, this is not a boy.
In Guardians,
this is a
2?
man.
No, this is in
Infinity War. That's right.
He's talking to Chris Pratt as they're looking at Thor.
He's like, this is not a boy.
This is like a pirate had a baby with an angel.
Stop feeling his pecs.
Yeah, and then you are not taking this ship.
Did you just change your voice and go deeper? No.
Are you intimidating? Are you
impersonating the God Man?
He's trying to copy. Chris Pratt, like, it's so good. Like, I love
then the
all
part
those
with
scenes.
freaking Chris Pratt and Gamora, and they're like kissing, and Drax is like,
just watch like my movement.
if I
It's so still. I'm invisible.
Man
to
just
you
walks
and
in.
I.
Hi, Drax.
Dang
it.
And also, like, I love the introductions to all the characters in Infinity War because, like, you get the classic things where it's like New York and it shows Doctor Strange and Iron Man meeting, and then you get space and you're Star-Lord like snapping his fingers, like, it's so cool.
In Endgame, when they're going back in time and it's Chris Pratt's walking through the thing and there's no music though.
Oh yeah, it's so good. Yeah, he's like, come
bang,
and
he's like,
what is he doing? I loved it too because, like, so Thor catches Mjolnir and all of a sudden you hear
oh yeah,
and I'm like, are they gonna go back to Guardian? And all of a sudden you see, hey,
and he's like dancing around.
You're like, yeah, it's so cool. And then all of a sudden, Rise against the
cuts out.
Come and get your love. It's just horrible.
And you can hear like the footsteps like moving, like,
and then Rhodey's like, so he's an idiot then. And then just clotheslines him. It's
so good.
So good. Oh my god.
One thing I love they've done with Star-Lord's character and Chris Pratt is they've embraced that he's an idiot and he's goofy because, like, in the first Guardians,
but he's not a complete idiot. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Like Kevin from The Office.
Yeah, in the first Guardians, he's amazing. Don't get me wrong, but, like, he's jacked. Like, they have Chris Pratt jacked, and he's supposed to be kind of cool too.
But he's also got some, like, he's a little too serious
at certain times. But then they've leaned into just making him, like, even they make a joke in Infinity War. They're like, they poke fun that Chris Pratt's gotten fat or something like that, even though he's not. It's like
he's not at all.
Yeah, it's like I hope they kind of.
I wish I looked like him.
Yeah, it's like I kind of do wish they. I kind of hope they make Chris Pratt.
And they still have him have his serious moments, but he's mostly like goofy.
Yeah. I love that they just embrace that with his character. Because it fits Chris Pratt the best, and then, like, him being a little out of shape fits his character better than him being jacked, you know?
Yeah, it does.
Because it's like, it doesn't make sense that this goofy guy who's sitting there eating stuff and just joking around to music is also, like, having time to bench press and work out and get jacked the way he is. No way.
Well, Infinity War has one of the dopest scenes of all time with freaking Scarlet Witch and Vision fighting off the people, and all of a sudden, and then his silhouette and it's freaking Cap, and it's like
Oh, yeah.
And he walks out with his beard. Oh my god!
The best scene has got to be in all of
Infinity War
is when Cap gets the shield.
Oh, yeah.
No, Cap gets the shield.
Oh, you mean Endgame?
Or Cap gets Mjolnir.
Yeah.
In Endgame.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's got to be it. Right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Also, though, the scene when he crushes down in
Infinity War, it's when Thor shows "Bring me Thanos," and then he jumps into the air. That scene gives me goosebumps when he jumps up and just.
What really got me, the biggest thing that ever got me, that got me a ton.
Oh, I'm getting goosebumps right now.
Scarlet Witch, when she's like, "You took everything."
Oh my god!
I don't even know.
That's when I actually didn't. So I didn't cry during that movie, but that right there was what got me closest.
And her eyes turn red, and she's like, everything lifts up.
Oh my gosh!
For a solid minute or two,
I'm getting
like
goosebumps,
she just
dude.
wrecks
his butt, dude. Like Thanos is on the ground.
Yeah, that scene is awesome because like Scarlet Witch, you haven't really seen her in Endgame at all, obviously, and then she comes out. First time you see her, he's just like,
"You took everything."
You took everything, and then I love how Thanos is just like, "I don't even know
who you are."
and then she's just.
You will.
And then just started rising.
Yeah.
That is so freaking badass.
Oh,
but
dude,
the thing is, once again, that's the payoff for the setup we get in Infinity War with the amazing scene that makes me cry of Vision just like, I love you. When he's
where
like,
they win?
As she's
no,
killing
it's where they
him.
win, and then he just turns back time and rips it out of her.
That is such a good... Dude, the story writing is so good because it proves, like, you're nothing to me. He's like, after everything you just did...
Dude, and how freaking cool.
Just
it's like this amazing scene. We get this beautiful scene, like in slow motion, her destroying her boyfriend, freaking Vision, just killing him. And then he just says, I love you, as he's crying. And then she kills him, falls to the ground. She just had to do this to save the world. And all of a sudden Thanos just walks up.
Biggest moment, traumatic moment.
He turns it right back.
And he kills him again.
Up, and he just crushes Vision's head.
Just he picks him up by the neck and just goes... crushes it out.
She has to watch Vision die twice.
Yeah.
And she had to kill him one of the times.
Yeah.
And then she has to witness Thanos getting the stone and then winning. Boom.
It is really sad that Vision died too, because like I don't know, like I feel like they were just barely starting to develop their relationship with Scarlet Witch, and I was actually really liking their relationship. I guess we're getting.
You do have to remember though.
We should go watch Avengers Endgame tonight with the new credits.
I know.
Oh yeah. That's right.
One thing that people were pointing out is T'Challa's sister does mention that she did extract some of Vision's mind, right? Which I think it's Jarvis. And they'll just put Jarvis in a body
back in it.
where he's not overpowered, but he's still a superhero, you know?
Maybe.
That way him and Scarlet Witch can actually, like...
Yeah, I mean, and it's up to... I guess we'll see with the WandaVision TV show they're going to do, if it's a prequel or a sequel. I guess we'll find out. True. But... Man, this is tough. So what are we gonna do?
I don't know. Like I'm reminded much of like I'm getting reminded of so much from Endgame.
I wish we could just bundle them together and put them both at one.
There's only 22 movies. It's one.
Yeah.
It's a 6-hour.
It was supposed to be it
was part 1, part 2. So.
Oh my gosh, dude! I forget how many good freaking parts there are in that.
There's so many in both. Like.
Oh my
god. The fact that they start the movie off with just cutting Thanos' head off.
Oh my gosh!
Just cuts his head off.
That was so unexpected.
I went for the head.
It's like, what did you just do? I went for the head.
And he's so pissed too because everybody gets there and he's like, I destroyed the stones, and everyone's like so distraught. They like even let Thanos go and they're like. And also he's like, boom.
And so many great moments with Thor in Endgame. Like honestly, Thor probably has the best arc in Infinity War and Endgame.
Oh yeah, because from Thor Ragnarok on, he's one of the best
amazing.
characters.
Like I love how he's like struggling too. Like when he's
like
fat.
Depressed.
Yeah, when he's with his.
It feels like
with
he's
his
not
mom.
worthy.
Like he has that scene with his mom where he's like, I'm not worthy, and he's like
couldn't
really
save
sad.
them.
Like those are actually really touching scenes.
Oh, yeah, and it shows like he got fat and he's like depressed and he's not this. And you know what I love. Is they didn't freaking just make him jacked at the end of the movie. Mm-hmm. They didn't make
he was fat. Yeah, even when he was cool.
Yeah,
that was so cool. He just brings up freaking Stormbreaker.
Because when the lightning strikes him, it braids his beard into the cool Viking thing.
And he's got Mjolnir and Stormbreaker.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite things that they did. You're right.
How did he get Mjolnir?
Because they showed off.
Oh, he went back in time.
Yeah, remember he brought it back.
When they showed off that like he doesn't need to be this jacked superhero,
sexy guy.
He can just be Thor.
Yeah.
He can be himself.
I love the scene when he's with Captain America and he's like trying to decide which one. He's like,
you can take the small one.
Take the small one.
You can have the small one.
Which that scene too reminds me, freaking when Thor's standing out there looking at Thanos. Thanos is just waiting, sitting there.
Oh, that's so cool playing with the Rock.
The OG3, Iron Man and Captain America come walking out next to him.
Oh,
dude. And then Thor just goes, he's not getting away this time or something. And then just... and then turns into the Viking.
Both of them.
Like, oh my gosh, dude. I'm getting freaking...
But then Thanos is such a bad A. Like, oh my gosh, because Thanos does the same thing, stands up and goes with this twin blade thing. Like,
inevitable.
Oh, that's so freaking sexy. And I love that Thanos in Endgame, one of our biggest complaints, he's wearing the armor the entire movie.
with the helmet.
Because since it's the
in the past, yeah.
But he's wearing the whole armor.
And we're forgetting about maybe one of the best scenes in all of the MCU is the I am
Iron Man,
and then so good, dude.
And watching Thanos just realizing he failed, like he's like
and then just accept his death, and he just fades away into dust. And then the funeral scene as well is just amazing. My favorite throwback in Endgame to the entire MCU is the throwback to Iron Man.
I love you 1,000.
No, not I Love You 3000 is proof that Tony Stark has a heart. On the boat from Iron Man cool. 1 floating away. Like that freaking that hit me so hard.
And then when he says I love you 3000 to his daughter in the hologram, I was like,
yeah. Oh, dude.
Oh, that's so rough.
All right, so which are you rating?
I don't even know now because I forgot.
Now
so
I'm in
much
even more
Endgame.
Predicament. Have you guys seen it a second time?
Oh yeah,
Endgame.
I watched it. I think we saw it 2 times in theaters.
Infinity War I've seen twice in theaters, and then I've watched a couple times since. Endgame I think I've seen twice in theaters.
I've seen Endgame twice.
I've only seen once.
We need to go see it again. I want to see it with the new stuff.
Oh my gosh.
9:25 tonight.
Dude, I don't even know.
It's a tough one.
So
I choose Endgame.
Your Endgame one for sure. Oh my gosh, I can't decide. I feel like I just have to flip a coin, honestly.
I still think Infinity War. Because I still think it was a more momentous moment in history.
All right, I'll bring out another scene for you. Just keep... No.
But there was a lot in Infinity War 2 that was good.
But in Endgame, in Endgame 2, like, we lose Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
The scene where Scarlett Johansson has to sacrifice, like, what's his name? Hawkeye's running, and Scarlett Johansson pulls him back and jumps off the cliff.
I love how they're fighting to who's going to
But then they're hanging off, and she's like, "Let go," and he's like, "No," and then she likes go for herself. She's like,
and then just the little moments, even like how stupid it is with like Hulk just being like Hulk.
That's hilarious.
So funny.
And then like the taco scene with Ant-Man. He's
got the 2 little tacos.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah. And even,
I think this is a great success.
Yeah. Even Ant-Man's arc stuff, like seeing his daughter 5 years older, like that scene got me too.
It got me too.
Him coming back and like looking for his name and finding his name on the blip, like.
Oh no, because wait, he didn't die by the blip.
Yeah, he was in the quantum. But remember, they thought he did, so his name's on the monument.
Yeah.
So they like think he's dead after all these years. 5 years have gone by. So many great moments in that one too, dude. And then getting all the revisits, seeing the original Avengers.
Oh, and they're in the elevator and they're like, "Hail Hydra." Cap's like, "Hail Hydra."
Yeah. Oh my.
Oh, that's right. Instead of beating him up, he's like, "It's okay." He's like, "I got this from here." He's like, they're like, "No, Cap." And he's like, "It's okay. It's okay." And then they, dude,
I was like, that is America's A.
That is America's A.
Oh yeah, after he beats
Captain America fighting himself too is a great moment. And I even love one of my favorite scenes is when
what does he say when Captain America's running towards him and he's like Captain America
he's like I can do this all day.
I can do this all day. He's like, I know you can.
Yeah, Captain America's classic like I can do this all day. Yeah, and then one of my favorite scenes too, that's kind of an underrated one, is Tony and Cap when they go back to the 70s and Cap runs into Peggy and then Iron Man runs into his dad. Like I love the scene with
with Cap when it goes back in time and it shows him dancing with Peggy.
I love when Cap's looking through the blinds and he just sees Peggy and he knows he can't do anything. Yeah. He just has to look at her. And then I love the scene with Tony talking to his dad being like, "What did you do as a dad?" Like because he's
and then he tells his dad, he's like, "It's gonna be okay."
He's
like, "You're gonna."
And then giving him the hug and like, thank you for your service.
Yeah,
it's so good, dude. Oh my gosh.
Dude, I don't even know. I don't know what to pick. And even them going back to Avengers 1. Yeah. And seeing the whole Avengers 1 area, and Hulk goes and finds.
And then I love how they're all posing.
And you see the Sorcerer Supreme, and she was there the whole time shooting down things.
I like when Hulk gets angry and he's like, "Oh
yeah.
Smash that
I like when.
He's like, "Oh, let me get angry."
I like when they're all posing. I like when they're all posing in front of Loki, and then you see what actually happens, and Iron Man's just like, "Are we just gonna sit here posing all day, or what? Are we gonna go?" And then you get to see like what happens.
It's almost like breaking the fourth wall, but not really. It's like breaking the seventh wall.
Yeah, because like in the movie, if you watch Avengers, you're like, the scene ends with them just like, Well,
no, it's the shot where Loki's laying down and it shows them from like a close up.
And then Hawkeye's got like the bow in front of
them, and
they're
all like looking at Loki on the ground.
And then in Endgame, they show what happened after that. And Tony just being like,
"All right, are we done?" And then like a bunch of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. people come out, almost like a camera crew. They're like, oh yeah, we got this.
Yeah,
And they start
Hydra.
cleaning up.
There's the Hydra payoff
And
too.
then
with the
and
shield
also
stuff.
Iron Man grabs a drink. He's like, all right, let's go get some burger. Like it's so
Loki
weird.
turning into Captain America like
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then putting the mouth thing on him.
It's so weird.
And then Hulk like, I hate stairs. Like,
Stairs! I hate stairs!
And then he's the one who ruins everything because he opens the door and it knocks
Yeah.
the Tesseract out. And Loki creates.
Oh, and then we get Robert Redford back too, which is cool because he's
Redford.
retired from acting, and somehow they got him, or he was maybe he shot
Somehow
before.
they just paid him like $40 million.
Yeah,
Like here's we're gonna make $100
You're in here for
Yeah.
2 scenes.
yeah, you're in here for literally half a second, but
Yeah.
it's worth it.
Oh my gosh.
Well, what are we voting here? Final votes. We have to have something.
I'm gonna start
There
thinking
can
of
only
some
be
more
one.
scenes if you say something stupid.
Infinity
Hold
War.
War?
It's still Infinity War for me.
And then Hasten's Endgame.
Mm-hmm.
So it's coming down to me. Oh, I hate this. I hate it. Oh my gosh. Oh no.
on. Don't you ruin
I can't.
Look, here's the thing. Like I said, it doesn't mean I like Infinity War better.
Yeah, that's the thing.
This isn't what one do I like more. It's which one do I think is better.
Yeah, I think I'm with you because here's the thing. I like both equally. I can watch either. Like right now, put on either. I'll love it. I think if you are an audience member, though, I'm going to try to look at this from other people's perspective. I think Infinity War is more rewatchable and more watchable because it actually has a beginning, middle, and an inconclusive end. But it still has a beginning, middle, and end. Versus Endgame.
If you
is the
haven't
end.
seen
it's
Infinity
literally
War,
called Endgame because it's the culmination of 22 movies
23.
and 23 and the follow up of Infinity War. So with that in mind, as an audience,
It's kind of like if
member,
you watched Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2.
Part 2 without watching
Without
Part
one.
1.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, it's kind of like this doesn't stand on its own. It's amazing. I like Deathly Hallows Part 2 way better than Part 1, but Part 2 wouldn't make as much sense without 1. So,
And discounting importance, I still think though that Infinity War is a better movie. I think Endgame is awesome, but I think
they're equally as good.
yeah, they are. But I still think like the screen time thing. It does play a big part for me. I think seeing all your favorite heroes the whole movie is a big thing. You know.
I mean, I liked the idea that it was just the OG Avengers for Endgame most of the time. Like, I think.
Oh,
that
I
was
did
actually
too.
really
I did
cool.
too. Absolutely.
Like, I'm glad they went with that decision, but I'm voting Infinity War 1 as well. I think Infinity War takes 1.
Yeah,
Only
baby.
it's so close. Like, I could flip flop right now. I could put Endgame 1.
Actually, I choose
I don't
Endgame.
care. Yeah, Endgame. All right.
I'm just kidding.
All right.
Let's just make it an inconclusive end. Let's just snap and one of them disappears.
How about they're both one?
What if you have to
we
eliminate
could do
one
that.
from existence, though?
How about we do this?
You couldn't do that.
Let's put both as one.
You could eliminate Endgame, and then it would be like
just be a
really
horrible,
sad
sad
ending.
ending.
Yeah, it would. Yeah.
Oh my God.
You never get anything else.
Let's put both at one, raise everything up, and then put Winter Soldier at the last.
Oh
think it deserved
man.
it.
Well, we won't go. I won't go through them all again, but I'll name our top 10 just because that's the top 10. We have Age of Ultron 10, Far From Home 9, Avengers 1 8, Guardians 2 7, Civil War 6, Iron Man 5, Guardians 1 4, Thor Ragnarok 3, Avengers Endgame 2, Avengers Infinity War 1. We did it.
Just Endgame 1?
Yep. We did it, everyone. We ranked the Marvel Cinematic Universe on
With
our
argument, sweat, and tears.
on our
Blood.
first episode of Deathmatch.
Another liquid.
That was freaking brutal. That was rough. I'm glad we did it though. And this is the Super Basement Bros definitive ranking. So if you ever want
There's
to
no
share
other
a list,
ranking that counts, as
Yep.
we always say with any of our ranking lists.
This one
only
it
one
counts
that matters.
because we actually argued about it.
honestly, looking at this list just from like a baseline level, I think it's pretty decent.
Yeah.
Like,
You do?
yeah, I mean, this
You
is
do?
and honestly, that's the only one that I'm really like. I'd only move it up a few more slots. It would be like 11 or 12 for me. So it's not like it's that much higher. So like overall, where everything's kind of placed, I'm kind of in agreement with for the most part.
Me too. Actually.
Like there's a couple little changes I would make, but
I'm kind of sad that my favorite superhero got down last.
But what would you actually put it at?
I would put Thor: Dark World as last, but
And
Where
Hulk-
would you put Incredible Hulk?
I put it as 20.
The second to last.
second to last?
No, Thor was worse than Hulk in my
oh,
mind.
you would have done 21.
Yeah, 21. Just because I didn't want my boy, to be last.
But it wasn't
But
even,
it wasn't even your boy.
Yeah, it was
your real
everywhere.
boys and the other ones.
Yeah. It was a fake A boy.
I liked all the Hulk movies, even the old ones. I used to play Hulk video games.
Hulk video games were fun.
Yeah. Well, that is our definitive ranking, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to wrap up this deathmatch thing, but if you guys want, we can do some Marvel trivia as a fun little game.
How much time do we have left?
We still got 20 minutes, so... on battery time, anyway.
We can do it.
It's up to you guys. Yeah,
Let's do it. Marvel trivia.
Right. Well, so that wraps up our deathmatch episode, ladies and gentlemen. We thank you guys for watching. Please leave in the comments what you guys would rank the MCU. What did we mess up? Tell Tanner and Hasten how bad they did putting Winter Soldier at 16.
Tell Connor that Quicksilver.
Tell these guys that they really jacked up by putting Iron Man
Connor,
3 so high.
Quicksilver is important.
Put an
camera
F in
gonna
the chat for... Yeah, still going. Put F in the chat for... Bar. Yeah, it's just low on battery. Put F in the chat for Quicksilver. Nobody cares. Nobody's going to do it. You see, watch and see. Because we have no audience.
Nobody will do it.
Wait, what's that one? What's our one with the guy?
F in the chat for R2?
No, the guy who commented.
Oh, I don't know his name. Jeffrey? Something like that?
Yeah. We'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We like you.
Yeah. Well, let's do some Marvel trivia now, guys. This is gonna go for all of us. We're all gonna play the game, and who can get the point first. Or actually, what we'll do is we're going to write down our answer, okay? And then are those Post-it notes still right there? Behind you.
No.
Oh, there's no.
Well, if it's a thing, if it's just like a 4-thing
In there.
question,
Wait,
you can
I'm
just
confused.
say-
Why
there,
do we need them?
Just grab them. They're inside that thing right there. Because this way we don't know what each other's answers are.
Why don't we just answer right away?
Well, because then it's going to be like a shouting thing, like who gets it first. This way we all write it down and we can all still get points. It's going to be whoever gets the most points at the end.
Oh.
Versus like, oh, you got that point. But I'm going to grab a couple more
Why don't we
pens.
just do it in our notes?
Oh, yeah. I guess we could do that. That's way easier.
Like, we don't all have pens.
All right, let's do that. Okay, so first question. We'll write it down in our notes. And I'm not looking at the answers. I'm playing this fairly. You guys I'll even show you the screen so you guys know I'm not looking at the answers. So, prior to Tom Holland, you guys can play along too at home if you want. Prior to Tom Holland taking the role, how many actors have played Spider-Man on the big screen in the U.S.?
Counting Tom Holland?
Prior to Tom Holland.
Is it counting animated?
It's not. It's big screen actors in the U.S. So we're not counting like I imagine like some TV show.
Well, does that count the newest one?
No, it doesn't count Tom Holland. It says prior to Tom Holland.
Miles Morales.
Prior to Tom Holland.
Yeah, that came out just last year. This is before Tom Holland. Tom Holland became Spider-Man in 2017. So no, it doesn't.
I got my answer.
I got mine too.
I got mine.
Okay. Let's all just show our answers so we know we're not lying.
2.
2. All right. That's point everyone.
Is that the right answer?
I mean, I'm assuming.
Could
Yep.
be a trick question.
It's gotta be. It's just Andrew Garfield.
Yeah.
And Tobey
All right.
Maguire.
So just keep track of your own points.
Okay.
So we're all at 1. Next up, what movie did Thanos first appear in? Oh my God, I know this one. Play along at home if you know as well.
I got this one.
All right, is everyone ready?
Yep. No.
Yeah, we'll give Hasten a few more seconds.
Gosh, I can't remember. I know the scene, but I can't remember which one it's from.
He's like,
Don't give him hints. I'm just kidding.
but he already knows the scene.
Well, yeah, that's true.
All right. Guardians 1.
Avengers.
Dang it!
Avengers. Let's see. Marvel's Avengers. Yep. All right. So 2 points for me and Tanner. 1 point for Hasten still.
Yeah.
He appears in the mid-credit scene. It's like at the very end of Avengers, he turns around.
Yeah,
and
he smiles at the camera. I knew that.
And he looks totally different. Like, look at him. It's
Yeah,
so
he doesn't
weird.
look anything like Thanos.
No.
Doesn't look like Josh Brolin anyway. All right. Aside from Stan Lee, which actor has appeared in the most MCU films? Ooh, this is a good one. Okay. Oh, by the way, if you guys want to play along at home, I forgot to tell you, this is GameSpot.com. If you want to go, just a shout out to them so we don't get in trouble. This is the Marvel Cinematic Universe trivia, the 22 toughest MCU questions to test your knowledge.
Shoot, this one's hard.
So this one is hard.
I think I got it.
Aside
It's
from
gotta
Stan Lee-
be-
No, don't say.
I
Don't
know.
say.
I wasn't gonna say the
Oh,
name.
okay.
It's gonna be who I assume. But I don't know. I bet it's somebody like
I
obscure.
bet it's a trick question.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait.
I got mine.
Tanner, you got yours?
No.
I think there's two possibilities.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. I wonder if we're all on the same page. All right, ready? Go.
RDJ.
Iron Man.
Iron Man. Okay, so we all got Iron Man.
I was thinking.
it
not
could be
Nick
Scarlett
Fury.
Johansson too,
or
though.
Nick Fury.
Or Nick Fury.
Nick Fury was the other
it could
one
be
I was
Nick
thinking.
Fury too.
Yeah, so let's see. The answer is Robert Downey Jr.
Okay.
All right, we all got it right. Technically, Hazy got it right because he put the actor's name, but we got it too.
No. Just
All right.
It did say which actor.
Yeah, we put Iron Man. But
Hey, same thing.
yeah. In Guardians of the Galaxy, what is the name of the dog in the collector Tanlayer Tyvan's museum?
Oh, frick.
You know, don't you?
I don't think I. Oh,
It's
I'm
not
just gonna
Howard
take
the
a guess.
Duck. It's not Howard the Duck.
Name the dog. It's on the Guardians of the Galaxy ride in Disneyland. Remember? It's in one of the glass cabinets.
I didn't go on it.
You didn't come with us on that?
Not on the Guardians ride. Remember?
Oh, what?
Oh yeah, because you didn't want to go. Frick! I don't know.
I don't know.
Just take a best dog name, I guess. I know the name. Like,
I know.
I've heard it
If
before.
I when I hear it, I'll be like pissed.
All right, what did everyone put?
Rufus.
Bubble.
Blank.
Blank. It is Cosmo, the space dog. I
did not.
So we're still at 3 points, me and Tanner. 2 points, Hasten, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Keep track on your thing, like put a check marker.
I have
what I'm doing.
Yeah, I have
Okay.
two.
How many versions of Iron Man armor has Tony Stark made?
Oh my gosh.
These are tough.
Okay, let's change the answer. It has to be within like 5 numbers because like getting the exact.
No, you have to get
number-
it exact because there's a thing in there. I think I might have it.
Should we? Yeah, let's do.
I say
that.
we should say within 5.
No, because Hasten thinks he might know, so I don't want to.
Okay.
How many versions of the Iron Man armor has Tony Stark made? Oh man, I mean, I want to say like the obvious answer, but I don't think it is. I think there's like more.
What's your obvious answer?
No, I don't want to say it.
Well, I'm already answered.
I'm gonna go obvious. I don't think I'm right, but all right.
Okay.
54.
47.
Oh my gosh, I'm not even close. I'm a 3. I was assuming it meant like how many he made for himself.
No,
Like in
he's
the
on like the
movies.
Mark 45 or something.
Yeah.
he's like Mark
You guys are
50s.
right. I definitely got this wrong. 50.
Dang it!
What were you?
54.
I was 57.
He
So
wrote.
I would have been closer.
No,
we're not doing closer.
Oh, I guess Mason would have. I actually
He's
say we
54,
do.
I'm
He
57.
did.
I'm 3 numbers off.
I know he had 50
He's
in Iron
4
Man
off.
3 because
Oh.
remember he brought out like Mark 50, like all of his marks.
Yeah.
So he had like 50 of them. So I was like,
I'm
He made
embarrassed.
like 4.
I'm pretty
since
sure
then.
because I remember. I think I was going off of Iron Man 3. I'm pretty sure he said up until the Mark 45. So he must have had 5 after Iron Man 3. So including like Avengers 2.
Yeah, I totally
Civil
interpreted that
War.
wrong. I'm embarrassed. I was thinking like how many on-screen portrayals has he won?
So nobody gets it right. Or should we do the closest?
Nobody
I mean,
gets it right.
yeah, we'll say no. I think in the future maybe we should do closest. so
Okay,
that people
because
actually
then
get
I was the
points.
closest if we do that.
I feel like you guys were both so close.
But he's
though, that it'd
54, I'm
only be
50,
fair.
47. So I was 3 off. He was 4 off.
Yeah. Should we give it to 10 or should we say no point?
No, I let's just say no point for now unless it comes down to it, and then I.
Okay, how about this? Going forward, whoever's closest. You guys were so close on that one. It's
Yeah,
like
okay,
3-4 points. So going forward, if you're the closest, you'll get it. And it has to be like a number one, not like, oh, I guessed Cromo the dog.
Cosmo.
What does the acronym SHIELD stand for? Oh, man. I think I remember this.
I have no clue.
Oh, my gosh. This one will say whoever's closest. Whoever gets the most words right in SHIELD.
I can't even guess. I have no idea. I'm not even gonna guess. I have no clue. So this is great entertainment.
People love it. They're thinking at home too, right? No, I'm just kidding.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, you can just sing songs. There we go. I'm struggling with one word. Okay,
Wait, I'm not done.
I got my 5 words. I don't know if they're remotely right, but
Shoot.
Copyright.
Copyright.
I'll answer it 1 second. Let's finish this question and I gotta answer that. Okay. Ready? I missed one word. Yeah.
Okay. I put System, Homeland, Intelligence, Earthland Department.
I put superhero. I didn't know what to do for I. Earth's Last Defense.
Okay, let's see what it is. Who got the most letter? Strategic Homeland. I got Homeland. Intervention, Enforcement, and Logistics Division. Did you get any words right?
No.
I only got Homeland. Should we count it or no? Should just nobody get points?
How's it not superhero? SH.
We'll just count them wrong. I won't say I got that one because I only got one word right. Real fast, I'm just going to say this. Ladies and gentlemen, the camera has gone off. We are out of battery, just so you know. So if it's audio only now you understand why. But, yep. All right, next question. How many one-shot short films were made?
One-shot short films.
Do you remember these?
What is that called?
They had like one with the Mandarin where he's like in jail. They came on as like bonus content for the Blu-rays and DVDs. They don't do them anymore, but they were called like Marvel one-shots. And it was just like a 2 or 5 minute short film of one of the characters from the movie. Like the one Peggy Carter got one. I'm not going to say any more because I don't want to give you my guess.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I got my guess because I got to throw out a number.
I'm throwing out number 2. I don't know how many. I'm just taking a guess. Is everyone ready?
Yep.
Okay. I said 4.
7.
6.
Is 5. Dang it. So close.
One number none of us guessed.
The one right in between.
Frick neck.
Yeah. Dang. So it was the Consultant, The Funny Thing That Happened to Thor's Hammer, Item 47, Agent Carter, and All Hail the King. All Hail the King was the Mandarin one. And then Thor's Hammer, or no. The Funny Thing That Happened to Thor's Hammer. Do you guys remember this one? This one was the office guy and what Thor was doing in between Civil War or something that, where he's just like in the house living with that one guy. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's canon, but yeah, it was really weird. Next question. How many Infinity Stones are there in the MCU?
That's easy.
Yeah.
Frick. Wait. Why can I not remember?
All right, you guys ready?
Wait, no.
I'm ready.
I got it down. I'm going to nail this one.
I am worried I'm miscounting, but I'm pretty, like I'm 90%
I am
sure.
too, kind of. I'm like, am I missing something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
I'm worried I'm be like, duh, and then I'm like, oh, frick, I was one off. I'm only one off if I am.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I got that.
Okay. Everyone ready?
Yep.
6.
6. Answer is 6. Okay.
I was thinking, is there only 5?
Should we do the bonus point one, which is can you name all the colors?
Sure.
Should we do double trouble? If you get all the colors right, you get 2 points.
Okay.
Or should we all, instead of colors, should we do what they actually are?
Yeah, because I was going to say the colors is easy.
Like, yeah, because the colors is just basically the primary.
It's purple, yellow, orange,
okay, so then
red.
let's see if we can get the names. We'll say whoever gets the most. We'll just do 1 point. But whoever gets the most right gets the point. I'm already blanking. I'm not getting this one at all.
Frick.
Yeah, I've lost already. Quick question. If you guys don't have to answer it if you don't want, I guess. But like, is the Tesseract?
It's not
the
name of
it. No. Yeah, that's the name of like the thing it's in. Mm-hmm. Okay, dang it. I don't know what that one is then.
I only have 3.
I do too, and I don't even know if one of them's right. Taryn, do you got all of them? What am I?
I'm blanking on 3,
Yeah,
and I know
me too.
it, but
There's one.
Like if I heard them, I'll be like, duh.
What am I forgetting?
oh,
Well, as long as you have the most right.
I got 4 now.
I just thought of a big one that was like obvious. I can't believe I missed that one.
One. Oh, duh.
Duh.
I don't know.
All right.
This is the one that I don't know.
I just forgot a big one too. Okay.
Frick. Now I'm the last.
Wait, I don't know what this one.
I think one of mine's wrong though.
I got them all now.
Oh.
No.
Okay, I'm ready when you guys are.
Should I go first?
No,
What?
we gotta all go.
Yeah,
at the
we
same
all
time.
gotta go at the same time. But let's put down our phones.
Okay, everybody put down their phone.
Okay, wait.
Or just
I'm
show
trying
me.
Here, how about I go first,
Okay.
and you guys tell me, because I'm pretty sure I know them all, and then you
Okay.
guys tell me which ones you got.
Go.
Okay, so you got the Soul Stone, which is orange.
Frick!
I got soul.
You got,
I would have had them all.
Hold up the amount of fingers you get right.
okay, you got the.
Well, actually, you know what? Should I just go through the actual ones?
Well, yeah, but I want to name off mine first.
Okay.
Then you got the Power Stone, which is purple.
Yep.
You got the Mind Stone, which is yellow.
Yep.
You got the Time Stone, which is green.
Yep.
You got the Dimension Stone, which is blue Tesseract.
That doesn't count.
And then you got the Reality Stone, which is red.
It's
Yeah,
not
we'll-
called the Dimension
We'll see
Stone.
what the real names are.
I-
So this is official.
But then you got
have
the
to have
Reality
actual
Stone,
name.
which is red.
You have to have the actual names. So we have blue, which is space. Didn't get that one. Anyone get that?
No, I didn't get
Okay.
space.
I got
Mind.
space. I got space.
You got space?
Yeah.
All right, so hold up a finger for all the ones you get right. So space, mind, power, time, reality, soul.
I got
I
5.
got 5.
I got 4. Wait. Was that 6? That only felt like 5. Yeah. That was 6.
I forgot the Soul Stone, otherwise I would have gotten all 6 of them.
Wait, soul, reality. No, I didn't get reality. Shoot. I put mind instead of that. Oh, no, I got mind. Soul, mind, time, reality. What did I miss? I got 4 or whatever. So you guys tied. You guys each get points.
Space, time, power, mind.
So we both
reality.
get 2 points?
I was
No,
like,
just
that's not
one.
one. Dimension's not one. I can win. I can't believe. Which one did I forget?
I forgot power.
Soul.
I can't believe I forgot
I can't
power.
believe I forgot the Soul Stone of all the stones.
Yeah, Soul Stone was the one I remember.
The only reason I called it the Dimension Stone is because he uses it to use portals. And...
I put Soul Stone. I see what I got wrong here. I put Soul Stone and Resurrection Stone. I was thinking of Harry Potter.
Resurrection
How
Stone.
many points do you have?
5.
I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4. Where are you at?
4. Wait. Yeah, 4. I have 4 written down.
Okay.
I was at 3 and then I went to 4, but I
Hey, you guys
thought
only
I was
have
at
4.
3.
Oh, wait. You should have 5.
No.
No.
Because I got...
Damn, that's just one
Oh,
point.
it's because I
This
got
one
that
was
last
just
one.
one
That's
point.
right.
Yeah, so you should have 5.
No,
yeah,
we're only doing this one as
I
one.
know, so he should have 5 too.
No, because I counted the 1 point for that one.
Yeah, yeah. So
And
I
then I
counted.
got this
Look,
one.
I got 1 point for the Spider-Mans, 1 point for Avengers, 1 point for Iron Man, 1 point for 6 stones, and then 1 point for naming the stones.
Yeah, and I got 1 less than that because I got one of those wrong.
Oh, you didn't get Avengers. You put Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay, so I have
Wait.
5.
Okay. And then Hasten. Did you get the names right? You tied.
Yes,
the
me and
names.
him tied.
Okay,
We all
so that's
got
why
that
we're
one.
tied. Okay, I was just making
Yeah.
sure. All right, so me and Hasten are tied at 4.
It was weird
Tanner's
too
at
for me.
5.
I was like, wait,
Yeah,
how am
it's
I
different.
at 4? Oh, I got an extra point.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
All right.
All right, so 4, 4, 5. Tanner's in the lead. What is the name of Jane's sidekick played by Kat Dennings in Thor? Here's a picture of her. I do not
don't
remember.
know.
Those were the worst movies, so how would I remember?
I have a name that came to mind, so I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna put it.
I'm just putting a shot in the dark, too.
All right,
Everyone
you guys
good?
ready?
Yep.
Ashley.
Kat. I put
Sasha.
her actual name. Darcy Lewis.
No, we didn't.
We're all dead wrong.
Okay.
What
Next.
a random name. I thought it'd be something like catchy, but
Yeah.
Darcy Lewis? What? Okay, what is the name of Ben Kingsley's Iron Man 3 character who was hired to play the Mandarin? I know this one.
Wait, what?
What is the name of Ben Kingsley's Iron Man 3 character who was hired to play the Mandarin?
Oh.
So his actual name.
Stupid game.
Crap. You know this one?
I know this one.
Because I remember he says it.
Yeah, and I love the way he says it.
I don't remember.
I spelled his last name wrong. I know that, but I know what it is.
I'm not even guessing. I don't know.
We'll go 10 seconds there. Man.
I don't know.
Okay. Alright, so should I just go guess? Okay, I put Trevor Slattery. Trevor Slattery! Yeah, he got it perfectly. Frick yeah. Because remember, he's like,
I wouldn't have
my
got
name's Trevor Slattery? Trevor Slattery? Remember,
Oh,
he's like-
yeah.
Yeah.
Frick.
Frick yeah. I'm glad I remembered that one. All right. Who trained Matt Murdock in Daredevil? Oh, we're going TV show now too.
Okay, skip that one.
Should we?
Yeah, those
I
don't
never
count.
watched it really.
Yeah, if it's a TV show, it doesn't count.
So it's gonna catch up.
What is the name of the super soldier project in Captain America: The First Avenger?
I think I got it.
All right, ready?
I just don't think I got this right.
The super serum.
Earth's Mightiest Hero.
Project Rebirth. I put Project Superhuman. Nope. I got it wrong. Freaking Jack, dude.
Looking good, Chris.
All right. What was the first film of Phase 3 for the MCU? Okay.
Phase 3?
Oh, man. This is difficult.
I got it. I think.
Need a second.
Can we know what ended Phase 2?
No, it has to be the first movie.
I know, can we know what ended?
No.
No. Yeah.
Because I got it. I know chronological order. I just can't remember phases.
I think I know what it is. All right.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm taking a guess. I could be wrong, but. Taryn, you got yours?
Yes.
Okay.
I put Guardians 1.
I put Civil War.
I put Civil War, and then I put /Guardians 1, which I know it won't count, but my actual answer is Civil War.
Okay. Civil War.
Yes!
Frick yeah.
Why would that not be the end?
I think Guardians 1 was the last of Phase 2.
The reason I remember is because Civil War was right after Avengers 2. And Avengers movies usually end the phases.
Yeah.
I was surprised because it wasn't this time. It was Spider-Man.
Yeah. That doesn't count. Just kidding. What alien race does Ronan the Accuser belong to?
God, I hate these questions. I didn't know how little I knew.
I'm pretty sure.
I know the name, but once I heard it, I would know it for sure.
Any guesses? No?
Wait.
I'm going to throw out my guess. If you don't have one.
Here, I'm gonna say the Titans.
Tanner? Okay. You giving up? Okay. I'm saying Chitauri because I'm just throwing out.
Wait, it's not Chitauri.
Okay, well, no, you don't go now. You already lost your chance. The Kree.
Wait, he's with the Kree?
Yeah, I guess so from Captain Marvel.
I should have guessed that.
I totally was blanking on that. I just guessed the only alien race I knew.
Yeah.
How many characters in the MCU have been recast? Oh, this is a good one. I think I know. And that's a spoiler right there.
Yeah.
Oh, well. You guys got it?
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
Wait. Okay.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Wait. Frick, I think there might be one
Who the frick was I know one.
I know two.
Don't say it. You're giving him ideas. I think there's more, but all right. Should we just say what we put?
Yeah.
I put 3.
I put 2.
2.
5.
What?
Edward Norton is Hulk. War Machine. Frandrel. Oh yeah, that's right. Zachary Levi replaced the guy who was playing Thor's friend. Thanos. That's bullcrap.
Yeah, that shouldn't
That's
count.
bullcrap. That one doesn't count. Howard Stark. Okay, yeah, that one. Thanos doesn't count. That one's bullcrap. So it should be 4, but it's none of us got still.
And John Slattery.
Wow. I didn't realize there was that many.
Yeah, that's stupid.
All right. Move on to the next one.
All right. I gotta mark that as wrong real fast. Okay, who has directed the most MCU movies?
I think we're all might get this one.
Yeah. Pretty sure I'm right.
Maybe.
I don't know why they wouldn't.
Yeah. No, you spoiled it.
The Russo brothers.
Okay. Yep, Russo brothers.
Okay.
Okay. Easy points. Easy money. What virus was Pepper Potts injected with in Iron Man 3?
I don't know. I didn't like the movie. So.
Oh my gosh.
I have no idea. I'm giving up.
I'm just shooting in the dark. I have no idea. I'm just putting a random guess. Tanner? Yeah.
Put fire.
I just put the mantra. It was Extremis.
Okay.
No. Okay. None of us would have got that.
How long is this?
It's 22. Same
Okay.
amount as the movies. Who are the 3 people that founded S.H.I.E.L.D.? Okay, I think this counts, even though they have a picture of S.H.I.E.L.D.
What's that one guy's name?
I'm not telling you.
But I know him. This is stupid. I'm not good with names. This isn't fair.
Oh. Can we say actors count if you know the actor name?
I don't know the actor's name either. So.
Okay, I think I got mine. Tanner? Good? Tanner?
Yes. Okay.
Okay, good?
Yes. Can I say mine?
Yeah, sure, I'll say mine.
Okay. I put Sam Jack,
Okay.
Robert Redford, and then the guy who was a Skrull but wasn't a Skrull. I just don't know his actor's name.
Yeah, I put Nick Fury, Robert Redford, and then I couldn't think of that guy's name either, and then I thought, maybe he didn't actually found it, so I just put Phil Coulson.
Okay.
But...
I put Nick Fury.
Oh, Howard Stark, Peggy Carter. We got none of them right.
Yes, I didn't lose a point.
Holy crap. Howard Stark, Peggy Carter, and Colonel Chester Phillips? My
All right.
gosh. I forget how old S.H.I.E.L.D. is because it's
Yeah.
back in her day. Who did Tony Stark think Stan Lee was during his Iron Man cameo?
Which one?
Oh, I know this one. Iron Man. It's the original Iron Man. Oh, what's his freaking name?
Oh.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I got it.
What?
I know it. I'm
What?
pretty positive. Okay, Taryn, do you have a guess or no?
Wait, who did Iron Man think he was?
Yeah.
Or who did he think Iron Man was?
No, who did Tony Stark think Stan Lee was?
Frick. Okay.
Okay, got it?
No.
Okay.
I had Tony
All right.
Stank.
Tony
He was
Stark.
like, Tony Stank?
I put Steve Buscemi.
I put Hugh Hefner.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Hugh Hefner! Yes, I was right, because he's dressed just like him.
Gosh, dang it.
Alright. I think that might be it, but let's see. It's taking a second to load. What's next? Oh my gosh. Spoilers! What is happening?
Who plays the Spider-Man?
Who plays the voice of the artificial intelligence in Peter Parker's spider suit? Oh my gosh, I know this one.
I don't. Gosh, I don't want to play it. I'm done.
How do you know this one?
Because I know the actress. I shouldn't have said actress. Whoops.
Well, I knew it was a girl. It's the girl, Kit or whatever. But okay.
Okay, I put Jennifer Connelly. Yep.
You
Sweet.
effer. That's
Okay.
cheating. You know actors.
All right. Going down. Is there any more? It's loading in. All right. What do the Avengers eat after the Battle of New York in Avengers?
That one's easy,
Yeah.
I think.
We all got it?
Yep.
I put shawarma.
Shawarma burgers.
Subs.
Shawarma.
Oh, I didn't realize I had to put like a thing. I knew it was burger. That's dumb. How do you know that?
Shawarma.
They say
It's
it
such
at
a
the
funny
end,
name.
Yeah. They're like shawarma.
There's a new place called Shawarma.
I am right. Like,
I mean, you're right with the food, but not the name of the place.
I don't think it counts.
That's what I kind of thought it was.
Well, we won't count this TV show on. No thanks.
Stop scrolling. 'Cause it's gonna go. Why is it having so much trouble?
Yeah, what is happening all of a sudden? It was totally fine a minute ago.
Probably because we're recording for 3 hours.
Yeah. Maybe. It's got to be like the last one. Count up how many we have so far.
I have 5 points.
No, I mean like.
Oh yeah, that's it.
That's it. Okay, let's total up our points. So that concludes it. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I have 8. Connor won. Because the last freaking 2.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for playing along.
Do you know the most
Marvel
obscure
trivia.
actors ever known? Connor does.
Jennifer Connelly.
Jennifer Connelly she was really famous in like the 90s and 80s.
Oh, before I was born? Got it.
Anyway, that concludes our Marvel Cinematic Universe episode where we ranked the entire MCU. Thank you for joining us on our first debut episode of Deathmatch. We also had some fun playing that game at the end there. Thank you for listening, and you can find us on all your favorite podcast services, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, all that jazz, Google Play Music. If you guys have any comments, questions, concerns, leave them in the comments below. And please subscribe. It really helps us out.
I like that you're staring
and
at
these
the camera.
guys are... oh, yeah. I'm staring at the camera, but the camera's off. You're right. I'm so used to having to do that. But... Anyway, we thank you guys for joining us, and we will see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.